Hey everybody, what's up? How's everybody doing tonight? So, I wasn't going to come on here just yet because I've been going over every panel that Miss Jessica has been on, and I was doing timestamps and I was um, writing down all the lies that she's told in the last 24 hours. It's been like lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. And okay, so I just wanted to make this clear. So I know that she reached out to Candy Hair. I know that. She reached out to Candy Hair on April 27th because she wanted her to go on panel after she heard Ernie Shell talking about he was going to have Candace on his panel for it was a big bombshell. Oh my God, it was a huge bombshell. Yes, if you're watching Prayer Garden of America right now, she just got busted out because when they looked up her Facebook page, it linked back to a fake Candy Hair page that she had made. So we know she talked to Candy Hair on April 27th. That's what she has proof of. But she said she had a picture that she took of her on FaceTime and that she was going to show it. We've waited 3 days for this proof. She also said that she emailed me all the proof and all the screenshots. I don't have one email. I will do a screen share if I need to and show my entire email. I never received an email from her, and she's never shown any pictures. Now, I do want to say this. I cannot speak on Ziggy V or her situation. I have no idea, and I wasn't involved in that. Critical K did an interview with her, and it is on her channel. You guys are more than welcome to go back and check that out. I don't know about that. I wasn't involved in that, so I can't speak on that. However, what I can say is Arm Lady is using Ziggy V and her FBI statement to link Jessica and act like she's got credit. That doesn't make her credible because Ziggy V was interviewed by the FBI. I'm sorry. That doesn't work as proof. The couple screenshots that you were showing doesn't match up with the stories that you're giving. You have been on Farm Ladies panel not once but twice. When I told you that I spoke with Candy Hair on a video message while she was driving, I know she's not on the hill. Benny said she's not on the hill. If you know Candy Hair and Candace and you speak to them in any capacity or anybody that does, or you listen to what's going on, you would have known that she left the hill because the day she left the hill, Candace got sick. Benny was just talking about this. So you obviously don't listen to all these people and you're lying. You keep lying. That's the problem, Jessica, is you're adding more bullshit to an already complicated case about a little girl. You've panel hopped. You went on Cher's panel. You have went on PG's panel. You have went on Farm Ladies panel not once but twice now. You doubled down and you're still lying. And I hear PG still making excuses for her, and I mean she's trying to give her an out, but just like the other day, she's like, I said, well, it could be a fake profile. You could be watching a fake, you could be listening to, talking to a fake profile, and if you're listening to what she says, she goes, you very well maybe could be right, but Ziggy called that out when she went over our live stream because again, Jessica claims to have a Facebook picture of Candy Hair's face while they were talking. So where is this picture? We've waited 3 days for this picture. You said it was on your husband's laptop. I know you tried to contact her off your husband's Facebook page because you tried to catch her up and confuse her. So y'all tried to pull a fast one on her because you wanted her to come up on Miss Daisy's panel. And I think you obviously are trying to go around the lies because I told you when I asked her and talked to her, we figured out who you were. And yeah, she did say she spoke to you. She did tell me that she did have a brief conversation with you, that you asked her to come on panels. But the point is, you're trolling. Yeah, Tiffany Marie, I believe she is a troll. And if you just listen to the stuff she said on PG's panel, I can't. I can't. I was gonna go up there, but you know, Prayer Garden always wants you to show your face, and I'm not down with trying to be doxxed and deal with all that shit. I'm just not dealing with that. I've already dealt with that. So to go up on her panel and argue with Jessica over her lying, that's pointless. I'll just come on my own live to do that. But I can tell you right now, she has lied more than once, more than twice. And if you have been watching and listening and paying attention, you would know that she's been lying. Where is the picture? But more importantly, where is the proof of the timeline? That's the main issue. I haven't heard it yet over there. I'll definitely listen. Girl, she's over there right now getting her ass grilled. And she lied. Listen, crime, I think it was Crime Crazy or Crime something. There's a lot of them over there right now calling her out in the chat. I can't even chat over there at PG because her channel is set to kids. Oh, hell. Well, she's definitely over there lying. She's definitely over there trolling. And when I heard her on Cher's panel, and Cher's like, I believe you. I know that's her. Well, yeah, of course that's her. She doesn't spell correctly. We all know that. Come on now. That's not what was said. What was said was, you're on her panel, you're over on Farm Lady's panel telling a big old whopper, lying out your ass and making excuses, and you claim to have this so-called proof, but really all you showed proof of was one conversation that you had after you heard Candace was going to go on panel. April 27th is when you were bugging her, and you said yourself you blew her up for 3 days. You blew her up for 3 days, 3 fucking days straight to get a hold of her. So yeah, you knew this was coming, and you was trolling the fuck out of her, just like you're trolling Miss Daisy. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe. I'm gonna drop the link here. I'm in shock. I'm in shock that people, if people pay attention and listen to what she's saying, she's already caught herself in 50 lies. I mean, it's crazy. This is crazy. Telling the YouTube world, grandma confesses to you, blah, 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 nothing to prove it, and now butthurt. Yeah. I mean, come on. Why? Okay. And if you have these screenshots in this so-called conversation, why not do a screen record from top to bottom like Emma did? Emma did a screen record from top to bottom and did her own thing or whatever, which I can't speak on that either because I wasn't around for that. So I can't speak on either one of those ladies. And like I said, I just know that putting things together, Jessica, you're a liar. You are a liar. Outright lied. And that's the good thing about panels, because they stay up and you can listen to them over and over and over again. The first lie that I heard Ziggy caught was the where she said, when I was talking to her on our live the other day, I said, maybe we wanted to put it up on the screen to prove that she was telling the truth so she could prove her side. I was trying to be fair, give her the opportunity to come up here and share her side and do what she prove that she had spoke to her and all this other stuff, that, she told her that this was going to be a big break, and that she told, so I heard Farm Lady say, this is identical to Ziggy V's story. Only guess what? Ziggy V said that she drank the soda and da, 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 da. And then she goes, oh, but you said, Dawn was at work, and Ziggy's saying that they went and met Dawn. So what is it? I mean, I don't know. I'm over it. I'm really over it. This case is already complicated enough. But I'll tell you right now, when Crime Crazy came up and said, are you, and I'm not going to say her full name because I don't want to dox her or anything like that. But she said, are you such and such? And then she said, does it go back to, Jessica blank? And she said, yes. And then she goes, well, there's a Candace Hair account attached to that as well. So can you explain that? All of a sudden, Jessica's phone just happened to cut out right then and there, and she fell off the panel. It was pretty convenient. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that was even better, wasn't it? And then she denied the second Jessica name was her Facebook. But guess what? You had like 10 people in the chat who were going to her Facebook at the same exact time and watched it go to private. So how is that? Like, how does that happen? I'm going to throw the screen up. Give me 1 second. Hey.
Hey.
Oh, okay. I was going to make sure I could hear you, make sure it was you. Okay. I know you hear me up here ranting. I didn't even give you a chance. I was so mad listening to all these lies. I couldn't even deal with it. I'm like, oh my God.
That is a whole train wreck over there.
Do you want me to keep the screen up so your camera's not on, or do you want to turn it off? I mean,
I don't even know how to turn my camera. Oh, how do I turn the camera off? Because, girl, I don't want to scare anybody. I'm looking like a train wreck.
Oh, you know what? I'll just keep this up. It's fine. It's okay. You know what I mean? I'll just keep the screen up if you want. You know what I mean? People can listen to it. She deleted her Facebook page right as everybody called her out. As soon as that lady went up on panel and called her out for having a Candy Hair account attached to hers, she deleted and deactivated or deleted. They're saying that she deleted it.
No,
but I thought she deactivated it.
She just blocked it. It's still there.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, either way, it went off and it flipped off, and now I guess if you can see it, it's back on. I don't know. I can't find it.
Well, I went in under my little Frank account. She's still there. I went and found her hubby.
See, I think she's trolling Daisy. I really don't know, though. Honestly, I don't know if Daisy's a part of it or not, but I can tell you right now, I feel like Ernie Shell, she supposedly had Candace going to come on his panel and do this big bomb drop and blah, 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 blah. Jessica was saying that as well. So I think she was feeding off what Ernie Shell was talking about and was trying to, add lies to that for obviously attention. I don't know. Why would somebody make up such? I just don't understand why she'd make up such crazy ass lies when she's going to get caught.
I have no idea, but I figure she was bopping in between there. But I saw her and her hubby in Benny's chat floating around today.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, she's been panel hopping. She was on Cher's panel, and then she was on. She went back over. Now she's on Prayer Garden. She's been on. Well, she was up there with Emma, and I guess somebody else had went up there with Cher or whatever to tell them they believe her. And I'm like, how do y'all not watch these lives? Do you not listen to what she's saying? She said after she got off panel, after she called out and could not provide any proof, she got off our panel, went over to Daisy's, promised to send her the FaceTime picture, still hasn't. Said that she sent me emails. She still has not. I've never received an email or a picture from her at all. She still continued to double down and say that Candy Hair was not on the Hill, which we all know and know this for fact. She's not on the Hill. Even Benny said she's not on the Hill. People that know her and talk to her and actually know this would know. And Jessica doubled down and said she's not in Wisconsin. She's over on the Hill. Yeah, right. Like, how do people not see this woman is seriously trolling, like, for real?
Queen Bee, is that you or me that's echoing back?
Oh, it's probably me. I don't know. I'll go out and come back in.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, I'm good. Are you here? You good?
Yep, I'm here. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fine to me.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and here's Lisa. Okay, so Lisa K. Root, she's like, Candy is not in Wisconsin either. Right. Okay, so she's not on the Hill, though. The purpose of this is we don't need to tell her direct location, which is the point of that, Lisa, and you know that. And I'm not going to say anything on here, but I need to message you and talk to you personally because there's some stuff going on that, needs to be addressed. But anyways,
her location is not going to be revealed because it's for her protection.
Exactly. But she's not on the hill. She's not starving. She's not stuck there with no Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Like all these, she did not, I mean, I want to know first, she said she had a 19-minute conversation on a panel. She claims to have a 19-minute conversation with Candy Hair. Now she's saying she had a 1-minute conversation tonight on Prayer Garden. She said she had a 1 minute and such. See, I'm in the middle of writing these down. This is why I didn't want to go live right on a whim, because I wanted to write down all her lies and lay it out like we did yesterday. Now, see,
Right.
I still might do that. You know what I'm saying? Just because, and I already got clips off of both Farm Channel's lives and Share's live, where I've already got all these lies clipped out, ready to go. So
Now, did
all
you get
I was trying to do was write them all down so we could just boom, 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 boom. But she's panel hopping so much and lying so much, I can't even keep up.
right now? Did you get the messages that I sent you where she said that mom had wrote like that 3-paragraph long message back to her? Never in 10 months has mom ever written. Never. Mom
Yeah,
would never
no.
write.
She said that she wrote her a message, that long message, and she sent it to her while she was up there claiming to talk to her on panel, and all
Absolutely
this
not.
elaborate things. But you know what? Let me tell you something. I had a girl that I was friends with, and she had blocked, like we weren't friends anymore. She had blocked me. Well, it didn't show up on mine. I sent messages and they went through. So they were going through for me, but it was blocked on her end. So just because technically that, her message, it shows her it went through, doesn't mean that Candy hasn't blocked her. She's been blocked.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Um,
That's what she's using as the excuse. You can't, that's not an excuse. And I'm still waiting on this proof that she said. And the only proof, like I said, I'm not saying that she didn't speak to her, because we already know that she spoke to her briefly, but we know she didn't speak to her for no month-long thing. She didn't admit all this elaborate story about Summer, all the claims that she made on the Critter Farm Ladies channel. That's what we're calling out, because you're trolling, and you're trolling hard.
right. And she definitely wasn't speaking to her the other day because, well, she said she was speaking to her. I was talking to her on the phone. So knock it off. Because I was very annoyed at the situation that they were sitting up there saying they were talking to her and acting like they were carrying on a conversation. And that's why I called her to ask her, are you even on a panel? Well, of course not.
Well, and that's the thing is, that's another thing. They know damn well she doesn't go up on panels, but if you read those 4 screenshots that Jessica, she has 5 screenshots total, where she was begging for her to come on panel. Well, Miss Daisy would just fall over if you came on panel. She would just faint. That was one of her messages.
Right.
If you go through them and you look, and I was listening to her tell a story, and she's like, well, grandma texted back no. Well, it's in there that she says she does text back no, but then Jessica tells this long elaborate story that she supposedly said, and it's definitely not in those messages. So either she's cut these messages up, they're fake, or she's made a fake account and she's messaging herself back and forth. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. But what I can say, those messages, the one I know, Candy said yes, she briefly told her she did not want to go on a panel. She was not to go on any panels. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
she did tell her that when she was asked April 27th. April 27th was what, 10 days ago? So 10
Yes.
days ago, you messaged her and was trying to be, and basically she said herself, she harassed her for 3 days until
Yes.
she
I
answered
got
her.
that texted. I got
And
that
then
message
when
from
she
mom
finally
too.
answered her, she told her she didn't want to be on any panels, on any lives. And you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, now
Yep.
she wants to come out and tell her story. And not only that though, um, the way she tried to act like she was messaging her and talking to her, and she was watching the live, and they had 3,000 people in there waiting for Candy Hair to come up on their live when she knew damn well she wasn't speaking to her, and she knew damn well she wasn't coming up on that live.
Right. It was all for clicks and likes and ridiculousness.
Oh, I guess. Wait a minute. I just got a screenshot. Daisy's calling out Jessica right now for being a liar. Boom.
Boom. Let the dominoes.
Checkmate. Mic drop.
Right. Yeah. Now, I don't know if Jessica knows this, but Candy's not using her Facebook right now. I don't know if she's
Well,
aware of that.
what I think is really really ridiculous is she sat over here. Okay, so you sat there, and what really hurt and upset me the most was the way they said that the kid, Candy said, Candy supposedly told her the kids were kicking Summer and beating her up and this, that, and the other. She would never just out and just say that with knowing her for 10 days. I mean, what?
She would never, ever say anything about those children. Ever. Ever.
I mean, you could ask anybody like Benny or anybody that's close with her if she talked like that about the kids
No.
when he met them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even make no sense. But I am so glad that Miss Daisy's calling her out, because she was supposed to send this FaceTime picture, and then all of a sudden her husband had it on the laptop and she couldn't. Now she's got to go to the Apple store because she deleted everything out of her phone. So we're waiting still for the picture that she claimed to take. She said she took a FaceTime picture, and then she told us that she spoke to her on Facebook, correct?
Right. Now,
Okay,
didn't
well,
she
tonight
say
she
she
said no,
lost her
she talked to
phone?
her on FaceTime.
Didn't she say on Share she lost her phone?
Yeah, I guess she got it replaced. She just said tonight it was replaced.
Okay,
So it's hard to keep
well,
up
what
with
is
the
she getting
story.
rid of all these phones for?
I have no idea. Like, I really don't know. And Lisa, do you want to come here? Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link for you, Lisa. You go ahead and come up here, because we're not gonna do this in the chat back and forth. We did this in the Michael Long case, and I wanted to know exactly how long you've known the Wells, anyway. So we're talking about Jessica, not Candy. I'm not talking about Candy and Dawn. I've only talked to Candy. I talked to her. Let
What do
me
you
see
mean,
here. I got
Candy?
a couple.
Everything Candy says is a lie. We're not going to be talking bad about Candy. I'm sorry. No, we're not.
We know that she cannot legally see the boys. We know that. We're not talking about that.
No, we're not going to be talking bad about Candy. I'm sorry, Lisa. We're not going to be doing that here. That's not the topic.
This is about Jessica lying and making a damn fool out of Miss Daisy and sitting there acting like, Candy Hair's going to come on panel, and that she's. I mean, go listen to it and tell us what you think.
Because I'm well aware that
Yeah.
Lisa does not personally know any of the family members. She is from Michigan.
Oh, wait. I was gonna say, I don't want her to. I don't want to dox or anything like that on here. I don't want to.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I'm not going to get into that whole thing. I'm just saying that she doesn't personally know them. Somebody asked that in the
He
thing.
said, "What's Grace under fire?" Lisa, you were in the private group with us. Don't play that. Come on now. You were in the Sophie Long case. You were involved with all that. Don't do that. She said, I have a lot of texts from Jessica lying to me too. Oh, okay. So yeah, I was gonna say, matter of fact, the link, let me post this link real quick, because I'm just real tired of all these fucking lies. I mean, come on, this case is already bad enough. I
Right.
mean, why add all this funky shit to it? I mean, why, whatever. Yeah, I want to know why she hasn't sent Daisy that picture, the FaceTime picture that she promised to send her. I mean, if I was Daisy, I would be extremely upset, and I would definitely feel like used her. She practically did use her, because
Right.
the picture, the FaceTime picture she claims to have, that is her so-called proof, because the only proof that she's came out with are 4 or 5 text messages from April 27th, which was 10 days ago, when they were trying to get Candace to come up on Ernie's panel and Grandma Candy up on Daisy's panel. She had
Exactly.
3,000 people in chat waiting on Candy Harris to come on panel, when she knew damn well she wasn't coming up on panel. But they played a good scam though, didn't they? Well, not even, I don't even know if it was a scam, but they played a good,
Exactly. Yep. They sure did. Yep. She played Daisy to the hilt. And I feel bad that Daisy got played. I wish Daisy would have vetted that better.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of like a lesson though, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah, it's a really hard lesson for her, and I feel bad that she got put in that situation.
and
I do wish she would have vetted
what's
it
the deal
better.
here? She keeps saying she has an iPhone, and she has an iPhone, but she has an Android. Now she can't send the picture because the picture's on the laptop that her boyfriend's on, and because her boyfriend's on it, she can't send the picture. Because what the hell? Cut it out, Jessica.
Right. Right. And if she was talking to her on Facebook Messenger, as she says, wouldn't it be in her messenger, her messages?
Well, now she's saying she didn't speak to her on Facebook. She spoke to her on FaceTime, and that, oh, wait a minute. Now, supposedly, Candy, Grandma Candy or Candy Hair called her on the phone under an unknown number and FaceTimed her under an unknown number.
Stop it. Stop it.
I
Stop it.
mean, just come
She would
on.
not
Like,
have called.
it's
She
been
would
what,
not have
10
called
months
her.
and Candy has not came on. The only person I think she's ever spoke with on a live was Benny, when Benny was on with Candace. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's the
Right.
only time I've seen her ever say something on a live. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, and that was a brief hello. That wasn't even, that was it. You know what I mean? And she's known Benny. I mean, I don't know. Like,
It took probably 8.5 months before she gave me her phone number. 8.5 months. And it was, well,
Mo.
actually maybe 9. And I mean, we had chatted on Messenger, we had talked and everything like that, but she was getting ready for her trip. And she had talked about that she was considering not doing Facebook when she took her trip. And I said, okay. And she says, we can still chat on the phone. And I was going to chat with her on her drive. And I offered her my number, and she said, well, here, you can have mine too. That's how that went down. And, but no, we had never talked about having each other's numbers or anything before that, ever.
Right. And you've known her for 10 months, right? You've known her for 10 months,
Yes,
about 10 months or so, right? Since
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 June
summer.
16th was the day that
Okay.
I started talking to her.
Okay. See, and that's another thing is, you know what? I'm not a police officer. I'm not an investigator. I'm not going to question her. That's the thing is, like, we've chit chatted or whatever briefly. Hey, how you doing? Hi, here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just we've been, and then we became more friendly. But in those, I mean, in those 10 days, 2 months, Jessica claims she told her this big elaborate story, and she said, and we all know how everybody on the entire YouTube, Facebook, everyone knows how Candy feels about Dawn.
Absolutely.
But yet Jessica's story is that Dawn was at work that day. And there's 3 hours and this, that, and the other. like it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. And like I said, Jessica's been caught in so many lies. It's ridiculous that she would even. It's and then I don't even know what to think about Daisy, because then Daisy doubled down on her live and was like, Candy, if you're listening, I can send you the email I got of your daughter, and then we think it is your daughter. Now come on. You got so much backlash for that. You blocked her husband in the chat. You've done so much shady stuff. Now, why are you going to double down on that?
Right.
When
Right.
you've been told by Tiffany, you've been told by her husband, you've been told by her Julie's mother, who went on PG's panel supposedly. Like, this has already came out that is not Rose. Stop saying that.
Right. And then attacked you. Another one of our girls attacked Rainey, Don Rainey.
Oh, they want to know if you have a channel. Okay, okay. The chat's asking what Don's channel is. You have a channel?
Mine is Say It Louder. I don't do any lives or anything on there. I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I just do videos on Summer. That's all I do. And one's on Voices for Children. That's it. Just videos.
Well, yeah, but like that's gross when they fake talking to Candace or Candy and act like they care. She's like, well, I have 7 kids. I had 3 boys and 3 girls, but now she's a great PG's like, well, I'm a grandma, something. She's like, well, I'm a grandma too. And then Daisy's like, I'm a nurse. Jessica's like, I'm a nurse too. I'm like,
she doesn't have 7 children. She has 4 that I can find, and I don't think she's old enough to have grandchildren. If
no,
she is,
Lisa, we're not saying you're trolling at all. That's not. That's not.
What no, we're not saying you're trolling. If she does have 7 children, she probably started at age 10. Not to be funny, because she looks very, very young. She's definitely younger than Candace.
Well, see, and I met you. Yeah, I mean, yesterday. I haven't known you. Like, I haven't. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it was like,
yeah, Miss Candy hooked us up.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
she
I had no
a couple
idea
of us girls together.
Friends with her, that you guys talked either. But as soon as I seen, you know what I'm saying? As soon as she told me about you, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, instantly. And I mean, I talked to her during the live, just to make sure like what was going on, because I was like, what, you know what I mean? Is there anything you want us to say? Is there anything else you want me to make sure that they know, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can show proof of that. I can post that right now. I can put that up on my screen right now. I have no problem. If somebody said, you're a liar, Queen Bee, you're lying right now. Girl, bye. Let me put that on the screen right now.
Just put it right up there.
I can prove what I say. Like I said, I stand by everything I say. So if she would have shown proof the day she was up here, I would have had no problem saying, hey, if she wants to send them. She sat on PG's panel and said that she sent me emails with all this proof. No, she didn't. I still have yet to get an email. And there was somebody in the chat that said she has not sent Daisy any emails or pictures or proof or the FaceTime picture that she was supposed to. The only thing she sent was those messages from 10 days ago.
Right.
Emma had a conversation or whatever that she did from the top to the bottom, whatever. I wasn't around for that, so I'm not speaking on that. I'm not speaking on Ziggy V because I wasn't around for that. But I did notice that every time Daisy tried to talk about Jessica's story, she would always say, it sounds just like Ziggy V's. And here's Ziggy V's paper from the FBI. It was almost like she was using the fact that Ziggy V spoke to her to confirm Jessica's story. And that bothered me.
Yes, and we pointed that out to her when she was on live here, and she said, is it a coincidence that it almost sounds identical? And she said, well, no. I mean, it was almost verbatim. Come on. I mean, that's if you don't have proof, and that's what we told her, if you have receipts, show them. If you don't, then you don't. I mean, it's that simple. That doesn't mean keep hopping channels till someone finds you believable.
Yeah, she's been on a bunch of different channels and hasn't sent any proof. I mean, Cher even offered when she sent her the 5 pictures or whatever from the from April 27th when she spoke to her, but she hasn't sent her the FaceTime picture. She hasn't sent her the whole conversation. She hasn't done like a screen record from like beginning of the conversation to to like even the middle or the end, or even, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing to show. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, you can just, I mean, you can go off her words, even if you don't want to do that. You know, go listen to both of the streams on uh, Crime Critters and whatever it is. Go listen to both of those streams she was on. Go listen to Cher's stream, and then go listen to Prayer Garden stream. You will catch the lies yourself. I have a whole notebook page filled out here
Yep.
with
I mean,
them, with exact timestamps on the lives. I went through each live and marked every single one of them so I would know, because I wanted to make sure I could lay it out and do a live and lay it out so it could be, so people could understand what is going on. You know what I mean? Because
right.
this shit's not okay.
No, it's not, because this isn't about, it isn't about her. It's becoming about her. And that's sad, because this is not about her. It's supposed to be about Summer. And it's unfortunately becoming about Jessica and her needing attention. Why are you needing so much attention? And that's what she said the other night. I don't
Well,
need
I feel like they
attention.
were feeding off Ernie Shell's bullshit, and we know he's on fucking bullshit. We know he is on straight bullshit. He kept saying he was going to have Candace up there 2 days, give me 2 days, give me 2 days, and she was going to come up there, and there was going to be a big bomb drop this weekend, and everything was coming to a head. They could just feel it. They just knew it, and you know, Grandma turned him in because she's been talking to Ernie too. Just all this crazy shit they were saying. It was just insane. I'm like, what in the hell's going on right now?
You know, I had a weird thought. Um, is it possible that Candace is talking to her?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's I did hear Benny when he was playing it. He said this has like this smells like Candace all over it. So I was like, wow.
Because Candace
But I don't
talked,
talk to Candace, so I don't know. I mean, I've talked to
she's
her one
talked
time,
to
and we have
Cher before. I know that. Pretending she was Dawn. I do know that firsthand.
right, right.
So I do not know.
Hey Jane, don't. What's up, girl? Thanks for having all of our backs too. We appreciate that.
Very
Yeah, we
much.
had to come on here. I mean, this is just, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why somebody would get up here and lie like that. There's no point in that. It's like, why? What are you gaining from this? And why doesn't Daisy vet people that come up there? She should have sent her the screenshots prior to having her come up, you know? I don't know. I guess I don't understand. I really just don't get it.
I don't.
Why add more lives to a already complicated case?
Right, and I don't understand how she's getting on other panels. And it's like it's repeating itself. I don't understand that.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I guess that is. It's like, why are you? I don't know.
Because like when she went to Shears, it was like, well, she's becoming this victim mentality.
Well, I think
And
what bothered me the most about Daisy, it says Daisy is playing ignorant. She's not that stupid. People show you who they are, believe them. But you know what? That's the thing is like when she first did this,
exactly. Yep.
you know, she was told several times, uh, people tried to go up in the chat. People tried to get up in the chat. People tried to get up on panel. They tried to tell her. Chris tried to tell her. I mean, and they were blocked immediately, left and right. People were blocked left and right,
Yep.
trying to tell her the truth. And then she turns around and does this and allows her to come up on panel and say all this craziness, you know what I mean? And then pretend like she's in the chat. When I went back and watched the replay today on Crime Critters and the Farm Lady, there was no Candace Hare in the chat.
Really.
I didn't
So
see her. I didn't see her. Maybe somebody else can. If there's anybody in here um that did see it or that can go back and watch the replay and find it and send a screenshot, that's fine. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna check my email because somebody just hold on.
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got a couple emails. The lady that called her out, the crime in I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look because I just lost my train of thought. But she called her out on the panel up there about her Facebook and it linking back to her profile. Blah blah blah. She is. She had sent an. She said she sent an email, so I wanted to make sure I checked it because she had called her out. You know what I mean, for what she found on her Facebook. And as soon as she called her out, the Facebook got shut down immediately. So it was like she was on panel, she got called out, and then boom, the Facebook was gone. I was like, what?
Oh, so it is completely gone.
It was, yeah, it was deactivated. And I mean, I even had a friend of mine that went and looked, and they were in the chat. There was like 10 people in the chat saying, wow, yeah, she deactivated it that fast. And then once she got called out and everybody in the chat was calling her out, it was I think it got turned back on because you said you seen it or somebody said they seen it. I don't know, but it's crazy. She's just playing fucking games right now and it's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, she said, what a mess over there. Yeah, it is a mess. It is a mess. And PG said, well, and the next thing I'm gonna predict, this is gonna be my prediction, because PG gave her the out for it. Well, I'm sure the FBI will be coming to see you now. And when they do, you won't be able to talk about it again. So
All right.
then all of a sudden now she's gonna say, that'll be the next excuse. I can't send the FaceTime picture. Because the FBI says that I can't.
Right.
Like.
Right. That'll be the next excuse. Well, I'm going to keep watching that group to see if those cell phones are still posted.
Well, yeah, because she kept saying she wanted to take her phone to the Apple store, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Okay, well, your son sells Apple phones and iPhones and stuff. So if he sells iPhones and Apple phones, and that's what he does, couldn't he help you get into the iCloud? Like to help you get the picture out of the iCloud?" And then she said, "Well, she just got this phone 2 weeks ago, and it was 3 weeks ago that she had contacted her, but on her phone, the timestamp says April 27th, which was only 10 days ago. So if you got a new phone 2 weeks ago, then the picture, if you talked to her 10 days ago, supposedly then the FaceTime picture would be on your new phone."
Right.
Then she says all the pictures are deleted. I don't know. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. I don't know. It's just, this is
Right.
crazy.
Well, he isn't the only one selling iPhones because the pictures that I sent you, they're all in her name, under her account. And she also has shoes and clothing in there.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know about
In
all
that
that.
Ontario
I'm
group.
going off I was going off what was on PG's panel because she's at PG was asking her questions, and there was another girl up there asking her like really good questions. They were trying to talk to her about what was going on, and you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, so her maiden name is
no, don't say it up here because I don't want her to say we doxed her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her
right.
to. or to report the stream and get it taken down, because she can report that if we say her full name
Right.
on here. You know what I mean? So unless she comes up under that name, I don't want to. And she's welcome up here if you have proof and you want to send it right now to
Right.
clear the air, and you have the FaceTime picture that you can send right now. I have no problems letting you up on panel and putting that up here, or even looking at it and confirming it, and then whatever we have to do from that point on to prove that. But I don't think she can produce it.
Yeah, I don't think she can either. I think the messages that she is putting out, I think she did it on a Text Now app that you get off of Google Play. What you do is you go in and you put a number on there. It comes with so many that you can get, but you can either buy play points or whatever. You can either put their name at the top of it. You can go in and you change the messages. You can change the color. You can put their icon up there. All you have to do, and didn't someone say that she was taking pictures of grandmas the other day or something?
I don't know. I quit listening because I made this and got on here. But I am going to, what I'm going to do is finish just like we did yesterday, to where we can lay it all out. Boom, 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 boom. That's what I'm going to do, because I've already went through both lives. The one that she did, that was, that you guys went up and called her out on, and
Yeah,
immediately you tried to get on panel and you were booted off. And
right.
then we were told that we were jealous, and that the only reason we were jealous was because she wouldn't let Tiffany up on panel. And um, we were all jealous because she wouldn't let us up there, and blah, blah. That's not true. That's definitely
Right.
not true. So that's not why we were upset. We were upset because of the lies she was telling, when she was saying Rose was alive, and this, these things about this investigation.
Absolutely.
You
Because
know,
there's nothing to be jealous over. It's the fact that we're irritated that it's lies and it needs to be straightened out. The truth needs to be what's important up here.
when she's like, I've never heard of Benny. I've never heard of him. Like, what the hell?
Come on,
Benny's
yes, you
been
have.
close to that family this whole. Are you kidding me right now?
You never heard of Benny, but she was in his chat today.
Yeah, she said she'd never heard of Benny. You're a liar.
You're a
You
liar
are
because
a
I
liar.
have a picture of you being in his chat today. Stop it.
Just like there's just little lies that she keeps saying. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Why lie about something so simple? Um,
Okay, so I have a quick question. Have you always been their web? You said you're their website manager. Is that right?
oh no, their website manager, like for their YouTube and their media page, that's Tim Mullen. I run 5 of their groups on Facebook, and I did their volunteer page.
Okay, gotcha. I just was curious. I didn't know if I heard, you know what I mean? Because I had only caught what you had said up there, and then briefly on my panel, you know. So
Yep.
I just wanted
Now
to.
the volunteer page is still open. However, it has been non-active since November. And
So is Tim Mullen still involved? Like, is he?
I have no. Since Christmas time, I have actually had only 3 comments, 3 contacts with Tim. Tim, unfortunately, does not get along well with others. We'll just put it that way. He likes to be the one in control of everything. He does not want anyone else involved in it. It either is you have to do things Tim's way. He doesn't want to be the spokesperson over anything, yet he doesn't want to speak up about things either. Things that should be corrected when misinformation gets put out, such as like what's going on now with Mama Hare, he won't speak up and say this is wrong, or if misinformation gets out about any of the children or anything like that, like speaking up and saying we can't talk about the boys. He will not say, excuse me, there's a gag order. Like things like that, he won't speak up. And someone has to be a voice and do that. That is when I will speak up and say something, excuse me, that's an off subject. You can't talk about that. And I kind of took that role because no one would stand up and say that stuff. So he doesn't particularly like me, and that's okay. Because I didn't step up to do this because I wanted to be liked. I did it because it was necessary.
Right, right. I just was, like I said, I had just met you girls, so I was like, I kind of didn't even have a chance to get to know you, or you know what I mean? We were kind of just, it was kind of just like, hey, this is wrong, and I'm really tired of people, trying to scam in my name, and or ask for food and stuff when I'm not begging for food. I'm not going hungry. I'm not, you know what I mean? And I understand when Daisy said, I only live 2 hours from her, I can meet up with her and take her food, and that, that's a good offer. That's nice, but she never asked for that, and she wasn't never in your chat. People tried to tell you that, and she was not coming up on panel, and you ignored people, and you blocked them, and then you blocked them from the panel, and like she's
Right. I
still,
think
what bothers me is she still, hasn't, they haven't shown real proof of the FaceTime picture. The story that Jessica has told on multiple panels with multiple people that's not adding up.
her intention came from her heart to try to do something good. But there's a time when you have to say, okay, am I doing this because, like when I was doing the volunteer page, like I told you, I never allowed any kind of monies to pass through anybody's hands, anything like that. Everything had to be volunteer based services or goods, things like that. You do, you do good because it comes from your heart, not because you want recognition. That's why you do it. And you do it because a need needs to be met and for no other reason. The recognition you get is knowing that a need has been met. That's all the gratitude you need. And if you need any more than that, you're doing it for the wrong reason. And once it becomes like the whole situation there where, you're not making sure that you got all of your information in a row and that you are properly vetting everything. And you and I discussed why I backed out of doing the volunteer group once I saw that there was abuses going on within that whole situation and people weren't living up to what they were supposed to be doing, meaning Don and Candace. Okay. I was like, nope, can't do this. Everybody has to play their role and do what they're supposed to be doing. And if you're not doing that, then I can't follow through with what I need to do. And that's the way it has to be. Sad, yes, because I probably would have done everything that I could have done. But I can't do that if you're not willing to do for yourself.
Well, Jessica got called out, and I think it's only fair that Miss Daisy take responsibility for what is going on her panels, not once but twice.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what she's doing is not helping Summer's case, and it's not helping Summer at all. Like, that's you getting up there lying and saying that her aunt is alive and causing more harm, in an open investigation, not one case but two. You know what I mean? And
right, absolutely. Just like I told you about the young lady that was helping us in that situation I had with her when I had to remove her from helping us. I had to take responsibility from that because of the situation that happened. And I talked to you about that. I had to do that because it was under my guidance, so I had to take responsibility for it.
Pecan Pie said, isn't that exactly what Tim Mullins said? Everyone has to play their role. Where'd that come from?
Everyone has to play their role. I don't know anything about what Tim Mullins says. What do you mean by everybody has to play their role?
I don't know. That's just a comment that was made. Pecan Pie made a comment and said, isn't that exactly what Tom Mullins said? Everyone has to play their role.
Well, Tim Mullins' way of what everybody says about to play their role, Tim Mullen is a psychopath. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't care what Tim Mullen has to say. I don't prefer Tim Mullen.
Said on the phone call with he said on the phone call with BK. That's what she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
PG and Daisy are getting into a fight right now, and I think and Daisy keeps calling Tiffany a brat. Well, you know what? It's not Tiffany that did this. Daisy really needs to vet who she has up on her panel and what she believes. The information that she is putting out there is detrimental. You know what I mean? It's more harmful than it is good.
Right.
Spit Venom, you know what? You're right. Summer is just as lost on YouTube as she is in real life. It is. It feels like people are worried about all the wrong things. Like they were, you know what I mean? It's just
exactly.
Yeah, if she's gonna keep doing that kind of stuff, that is more harmful than good. You know what I mean? You can't do things like that, you know. And she blocked her husband, she blocked Chris, she blocked Tiffany, she blocked you, she blocked me, she blocked anybody that said anything, anybody that spoke out and told her.
Right. Anybody that tries to speak any truth about what's important, like stop recreating drama over and over, they want you to be shut down. And if you try to say, well, you're not talking to grandma, they try to silence you. You can't talk about the boys, they try to silence you. Stop it. You got to stop it, because the focus needs to be on Summer. Absolutely on Summer. And some people just don't want to hear that on here. Tiffany did nothing. Tiffany came up here despite the fact that we have different opinions, and she did the right thing. And I commend her for that. Because we can have differences of opinions, but she still did the right thing. And I give Tiffany a lot of credit for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This case is already sad enough as it is, and there's already so much bullshit that's went down. And I can say right now that I'm not friends with Candace. I'm not a Candace and Dawn supporter 100%. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that I don't have my own opinions and my own thoughts on things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And me and Grandma have, me and Candy have spoken about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking. I don't talk to her to be a detective and find out exactly what happened with Summer. I'm not going to be the person to crack the case. That's not what I talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know. With everything going on and all that, that's a TBI and FBI and Hawkins County. That's their job, and I'm going to let them do their job. I don't want to involve myself in anything they have going on.
Exactly. I went into this innocent until proven guilty. I did go into it with that attitude, innocent until proven guilty. Or until I saw something that I felt that I could not ignore.
Let's I said, let's, and let's just say, let's just say, that, what if they really are innocent? What if all three of them really are innocent? And, the words and the damage are already done. You can't take it back.
Right. And
What if
I've
we,
talked to
okay, so hindsight's 2020, but what if we find out, 6 weeks from now, 10 weeks from now, 3 months from now, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even a year from now that, one of the neighbors did this or, you know what I'm saying? As tragic as it is, what if we find out that somebody else that, did this and it had nothing to do with Candace or Dawn or
right.
grandma? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you know a little bit of my story. I was gone 14 years.
Yeah, see, I would love to do a live with you about that if you're comfortable and talk about that. That would be an amazing story to talk about,
You know, what if they would have attacked my mother?
Right.
What
There's
if
so
they'd
many
have done
what ifs,
that? You know, what if they would have attacked her? It wasn't her fault. My mother, she had nothing to do with that. She was, and thank God that they didn't. Thank God there was no YouTube then.
Yeah,
I was a very lucky girl, very lucky. And people say that their kids don't get recovered. Yes, they do. And I went into this with a different set of eyes than most people ever get a chance to look at it from my view. So I went into it differently than most people do, and it's been a very emotional uphill battle for me, different than most people would look at it. So I tried to look at it like, how would the children be affected if I went in there hating their family? And I couldn't do it like that. I had to look at it, how is everyone else affected by the situation? And I tried to go in there like that and give everybody a chance to be heard, parents included. And once Donald broke my trust, I had to accept that and move on. Right now, Candace has broken my trust completely. I'm very sad about that.
well, I was really shocked when her and Benny split ways, when she lied to him and all the stuff she did. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of shocked at all that, to be honest.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, if she did that to him, I can only imagine that she did the same to you. I mean, we talked briefly, like, I mean, very, very briefly, like a day or two we chatted, and um we actually talked on StreamYard, and she's like, you can play this live or you can put this on your thing or whatever. She was drunk, she didn't care, which I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to put you out here like that. There's no reason to do that. There's already enough people going in on you anyways. I'm not going to do that,
Yep.
just not,
Yep.
I'm
I've
just not
been
going
there
to do it.
too. That's
But
initially why I
I mean,
started my channel, was to try to give them a voice. But sobriety was too difficult for them. And I felt that that would be a
well, and that's where
disservice
I'm at,
to the
you
children.
know. Why not go to rehab and help get your kids, help fix the house up and do things that you're going to be able to do to get your kids back. And I understand being depressed and being upset and being broken and hurt and all these different emotions and being an addict, and you know what I mean. But when you're being offered help and you have a chance to take that, why not take that chance?
Exactly.
Take that chance and try to get your kids back, or do what you need to do, and I don't
right.
know, man.
They don't have, the sad thing is there isn't just one evil happening there. It is a multitude of mental health diagnosis is happening there. There's drugs, alcohol, domestic violence, other types of issues happening in that house that probably none of us are aware of. And couple that with just you know, poverty and God knows what else we don't know about. And then we have a missing child, and then we have children taken out of the home, and then just life. I couldn't imagine all of those situations, but then we're detaching ourselves. And, you know, I'm 20 hours from there. And, you know, I opened the door by saying, if you need somebody to talk to, call me. Okay, I did open that door because I thought, God, it must really be lonely up there. But I'll tell you what, some days it took every bit of strength in me to try to keep that line open because I couldn't imagine my own self sitting up there thinking the whole freaking world hates me.
Right.
I wouldn't want to look at myself if I was standing in those shoes. I know I wouldn't. And it's real easy to say if I was there, what I would be doing. I'm not there, so I can't actually make that statement and be fair because it's not me. It's not my child. It's not my children gone. It's not my husband sitting in jail. We can all say what we would do, but we really don't know because we're not them.
Well, and reality is we can't step in their shoes, and you know what I'm saying? This is what they have to do this for themselves. Nobody can do this for them.
Right. And it's
And
been,
that's the hardest part of it. They have to do it themselves, and
yep,
it's
it's been
very,
a
very
little over
hard.
a month since I handed that ball back to her and I said, you know what? It's your ball now. And, I've had those tough talks with her. And it's not that it's been, like a best friend type thing, because it's never been that. It's been some very hard discussions. I've been like my mother always told me, friends are only your friends if they can be brutally honest with you. And I'm that brutal, honest friend that tells you you need to get your crap together and stop being a drunk.
Hey, crafting. Yeah, it's really sad to watch from afar because of course everybody loves Little Summer. Everybody wants her found. That's the whole reason that what I'm saying. Everybody is, of course, over here in the Summer Wells community. That's why everybody's here. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole reason. But I feel like she's been lost in all of it because of people like you know um Ernie Shell playing games, Jessica lying, just like little things like that. It's just like it just deviates away from what we really need to be focused on.
Right, because
And there's
now
really
there
no
is,
reason for it. She just made up lies just to make up lies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I feel like just to get her on Miss Daisy's panel. That's
right, there's Summer who's missing and 3 boys who are totally lost. They're totally lost now. And they're going to be lost emotionally for a long time because I don't see this getting any better for them. Sure, they're in a safe place, but they're going to be emotionally lost for a long time because you can't just change what your heart wants. They're going to be lost for a long time, and that's very heartbreaking.
well, you
And
know what? I don't even, at this point, I don't even feel like they're lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where they are. I just hope that wherever they are, that they're doing great and they have routine and they're learning how to live a normal life. You know what I'm saying? Not that they didn't live I don't want to say, I don't want to be rude, you know what I mean? Because I'm a country girl, I'm a hillbilly girl too, you know what I'm saying? So the riding the
right,
four-wheelers, playing outside, playing on the swing, playing in the woods, like all that is the same, you know what I mean? But there's other things that I can see that weren't good, you know what I mean? That just weren't good situations. If that were true, if the things that have been said are true, you know what I
what
mean?
what you
Which,
saw is true. I'm going to tell you that right now because I have seen inside that entire home, and
well,
what you saw
okay,
is true.
and I believe your word then.
And It's very heartbreaking.
Yeah. Let me stop you real fast. I do want to say this. Yeah, this channel is not monetized. I haven't even put in for it yet. I probably will at some point in time if I'm, but this has nothing to do with any of that. This channel is not monetized, and I, I really enjoy my channel being smaller because I really enjoy having a smaller group of people that like to come up and give their opinions and talk and be honest and be open. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy hearing other people's opinions too. You know what I'm saying? And there's some things that I don't want to ask because I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be nosy and I don't, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So I appreciate your honesty.
Yep. You know,
And I think Murray said it right. She said their life before was normal to them. Hopefully they are learning to live a normal life like the rest of the world. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's,
I can say without going into it deeply that where they are now is a breath of fresh air to them. That's what I can tell you. Is for the first time, they are probably, except for the fact that they don't have their mom and dad.
well, and this
Okay,
might be what it's going to take to break the chains, and let's be
they
real,
they are
there's,
healthy
yeah.
and they are happy. They have actual friends and are doing what kids do. That I can tell you.
Hey, Cap.
So that
Hey,
is
what's up?
probably the blessing for them.
Well, yeah. And, again, maybe them. Well, see, what broke my heart is when I did talk to the very short time that I did talk to Candace, the one time me and Cappy, the one that's up here, we talked to her and that's when she had said that Dawn actually called CPS and had them come and get the boys, that they didn't just come and take them and remove them from the home. She
Untrue.
said she will never forgive him for that.
Untrue.
Cappy,
Untrue.
you were there. She said that. So
That's not true. I do know why the boys were
Yeah, I
taken.
was there.
yeah. So okay. So we'll leave it at that then. So Dawn isn't the one that called and had them taken. They were taken by CPS for a reason.
Absolutely, they sure were.
Okay. I just want to clear the air. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I appreciate the honesty. I just want to make sure that, because there's so many different things that I've heard it's hard to know what to believe, you know?
Yep, they were
I,
definitely
I
taken.
mean, to be totally honest, though, Queen, I've talked to you about this before. I wasn't buying that because that's not the way CPS works.
Well, yeah, and
You
I
know,
mean
it's a,
they had an open case
they
as it was, didn't they? Wasn't they?
well, and it had just closed, I think. But like I've known people that have called CPS to come get their kids, and it's not
Well,
that
see, the
easy and
way that
shit.
it was explained was the way she had explained was that basically Dawn said they weren't safe there because of the meth heads and YouTubers, people, you know what I'm saying, that he was scared that they
Right?
weren't safe, supposedly.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
That is
it
that is
sounded
Donald
kind of made up.
grandstanding.
Well, see, and that's another reason I can't stand behind Candace and Dawn. I cannot back them because I don't completely.
That is what made me walk away from Donald when he told that lie. That same day that happened, I made a call to DCS. Me and someone else called DCS. It had to be done.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
So
So
you
you
called them
guys,
for the boys.
Huh?
You called them for the boys. You mean
Yes.
you
Well,
called and said, "Look, this is what's going on. The boys need to be removed."
um, I didn't suggest they remove them. I suggested they went and tested Donald and Candace both.
Oh, okay, okay.
And they did 3 days later because it was a weekend.
Well,
And
it makes me wonder if okay, so what was this Ernie Shell, supposedly give me 2 days, whatever.
because Candace was messed up. I'm aware of that call too. Candace was messed up. She was with, we're going to call her Cece. I won't use her name so you don't get in trouble. She was with Cece and a girl by the first initial of A. I'll tell you later, Queen Bee, who that is. And there's some drinking and other activity going on. And she was unable to get to the phone, we'll just say. And then on the 29th, she had court. That's why she set the phone call up with Ernie after that. I don't know whether she made it to court or not. I don't know. I haven't even bothered to look to find out what happened. They were supposed to get an extension for care for 6 to 9 more months. That's how long she has before they'll take full custody.
Did you say 6 to 9 months?
Yep, if they don't have the home. She doesn't have everything in the home that's boxed up and thrown around that house. The boys
That's
will be
quick.
completely gone.
Because in my state, if the children are 3 years old and younger, it's 6 months to a year. But if the kids are 3 years and older, it's can go up to 2 years. And I mean, that's
They gave her first, they gave her.
I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, that's totally. That's a good amount of time. I'm not saying that like
Yeah, I
it's
think they
wrong or
gave her
something.
15 months total was the amount of time they
Right.
gave her.
Okay.
I think that's the total amount. It might be a little bit more than that because they came and got them, I want to say the 21st. I'd have to go back and look through my notes. The 21st of, I want to say July, but I could be wrong. I'd have to go look at my notes to be absolutely positive. I could be wrong on that date. I'd have to go look at my notes.
Let
But
me say something to someone in the chat though. Some Beach. I know you can surrender your kids, but Dawn calling them and saying I'm afraid of YouTubers and the neighbors is not gonna have them come get the kid. Like it doesn't sound believable to me. You know what I mean? Like.
no, do you remember that it came out that they tested dirty?
I think I do, but I wasn't
That's
sure
why
if
the kids,
if it was somebody just saying it or if it
that's
really
why they were
happened.
taken. That's why they were
Okay.
taken.
Well, I figured that.
Bottom line
Um.
was
I
he
feel like
came
I
home.
feel really bad for judging them because I mean you can't I just feel like you can't say somebody's guilty of harming or hurting their child because you know they live like they live out in the country. They what I'm saying? I just feel like they get judged a lot for the way they live, for the way they look, for the way they are. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people judge them.
Okay, now here's two things. Okay,
No,
one,
this was before, but now that I've gotten an accurate view on it, talk to her myself, see it from afar, and I see what what I'm saying, the things that they were done about the phone and what I'm saying. Like I'm sitting back watching it from afar. I'm like I can't stand behind somebody that can't even fight for their kids at all in any capacity. You're not doing anything at all to better
right, and
yourself
you
to
see
get your
what
kids
was
back
set up
to do
for
anything.
them. You see what I did. I mean, I had a whole team ready to help them do whatever they needed to. I mean, put on in a place to help him get sober, to put Candace somewhere, to go in and get the house up to conditions that it was supposed to be. Everything they needed. All they had to do was comply. That's all they had to do. That's it. That was too much to ask. And that was it. That's all I need to hear. You don't want to do it? Do you, babe? Do you? That's all I can tell you. But then I'm going to have to do what I have to do. I can't do what I told him. We could build them a castle. But if you're not going to do what you need to do to get your children back, and you're not going to get your sobriety where it's supposed to be and your mental health in line, no one's going to come make you a castle. Not really a castle, but you know what I'm saying. No one wants to make you a home that is up to par where it's supposed to be under social services standards so you can have a party home. That's not what this is for. This is so your children have a nice home, so you can go and get your goals met and get your family healthy. That's what that was for. And the only thing that that was for. So your family can become healthy, functionable, financially stable, so on down the line. We were checking into personal money management, things like that to help them get their goals met. Can't meet your goals, you're dishonest. You might have heard about a trip Donald made to Knoxville talking about he went and picked up drugs. That was going around YouTube. That was the little trip when he went and picked up the stuff. Candace had somebody call the police for her. She only thought that they would test Donald. They didn't. They tested both of them. Mm-hmm.
Well, and see, I said, and at first I'm like, you know what, these, they passed the lie detector test. Dr. Phil, when they went out there, they had these guys that had spoke with them, and she was genuine. She was crying, and I'm like, oh man, like, I just thought, you know what I'm saying? People are just prejudging them, and it's just, social media is so different. And yeah, Cappy, didn't I? I slowly started, I don't know if she's still up here. I slowly started changing my mind, like my opinion as I was watching, like, from afar. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just.
Yeah. And it's
not,
like, I was talking to you the other day, like when we talked to her and she like, I felt really bad. Like she was really upset, you know what I mean? But then I was thinking like, is she crying because she's alone? Is she crying because Don's gone? Because that's the only time I've seen any of them cry is when one's going to jail or something, or one's getting in trouble. Like, I don't know. Like, I hate to say that,
right?
But I've also, it's like it's hard though. Like, it's hard for, like, I have like a really short like attention span for like bullshit regarding like addiction and all that stuff because like I've been there, done that. I've had a case of my own. You know what I mean? Like, and fucking, it's not easy, dude. They make it not easy on fucking purpose. So you realize that fucking parenting is a fucking privilege. Like you're to jump through these hoops to fucking realize how, like, you know what I mean? Like you need to not take not a minute for granted.
Yeah.
With your kids. And that's the reason why they make it so hard. Like, and I do understand there was extra pressure because of what's going on, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I went through all that. I went through and I tried to look, well, I wrote it down. I thought, okay, Candace has got bipolar. I'm pretty sure she's got some dissociative identity stuff going on there. I'm pretty sure she's got some post-traumatic. I'm pretty sure Donald's got some post-traumatic going on from his own childhood. I'm pretty sure there's some SA in both of their lives. I'm pretty sure there's, then we've got some accesses of, drug and alcohol, possibly some childhood traumas in both of them. Outside of SA, I'm sure there's, domestic violence with Candace, with her first partner, with Donald, I know there's some possibility with the boys from what Candace has told me with not SA, but with physical abuse towards the boys where she's had to intervene. So this is like so much for one family to have in their household on top of the other issues, your house being environmentally, that situation, there's a lot of environmental stuff affecting these children in itself. On top of all these other things, their environment is very toxic. Just that environment in itself, not even bringing in the mental health issues and whatever other issues are going on, the emotional, physical,
Right.
psychological. That's just a whole mess in itself. You know, and I kept trying to circle back around, okay, trying to think, okay, how are they even coping? I mean, they're living in a constant state of crisis. And then
Yeah.
Don he's preaching. I tried to talk to him about getting on med. He goes, Jesus is my med. One thing I learned about Don is he can recite. That man knows the Bible inside and out. Don is he's a very much a Don Juan. He could probably talk all the pants off the clothing rack at Walmart if he tried. He's very suave. He's
a
very
slick one.
suave. But when he has one drop of alcohol, let me tell you, he is an instant asshole. That's what we'll call him, an asshole.
I mean,
He
we've
is
all seen it on panel where he
right.
freaking verbally tears into her, and then there was a couple situations where we were pretty sure that he might have struck her. Like.
But let me tell you, Miss Candace has that side too. She has
I'm
that side.
sure.
She has that.
And you know what? Hey, like when I had an abuser in my life when I was younger, like I would pick certain times where I knew I could sucker punch him, and I'd run for my life and just wait hours until he calmed down. I mean, I'd probably get it later, but like I would be abusive too, and
Now, I
it's
don't
not
think she ever physically did anything to him, but and I was with an abuser. So, but every once in a while I'd feel a little gutsy. I'd be like, yeah, what you gonna do now? You know,
right.
oh, wait, you get that little gutsy thing and you're like, what you can say now? Yep.
Payback, yeah.
Yeah, we get that because we're feeling a little fresh with ourselves, because we're just going to feel a little fresh. And that's because I don't know, we just get that little mentality to ourselves because we're tired. And
Right.
we know it's coming later, but we just get that gutsy part of ourselves and it just happens. And, I 3 different times I offered to move her, and this was before the boys moved out of there. I tried to get her out of there. I've tried 3 different times to come to Tennessee. I tried to get her out. I offered to move her out, put her and the boys in a place. Couldn't get her out that time. Tried to move her out another time. I even offered to take Don off the farm. I tried everything. Then this last time I was going to move her out, and this is right before Don got locked up. They had a really throwdown fight. He dragged her out of the house. It was horrible. He was at work. She called me. And I tried to move her out then. This is after she was talking to, I guess, the girls in Texas or whatever they were. Yep. She called me, wanted me to help her find a place. So I was talking to her, trying to help her find a place. And next thing I know, all of a sudden, she's not leaving the house. I was like, okay. But she goes through those phases like that. And then next thing I know, she called me and she wasn't talking to Benny anymore. That was right after he called her the B word. And she wasn't talking to him anymore. And then next thing I know, a couple days later, she's talking to him again. It's like he's like a drug almost.
Oh gosh.
To her. And
yeah.
Well, and I think that, he was right when he said that she wanted more than a friendship. And he was there as a friend, not as anything else. And she That's just what it seemed like from the outside looking in. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He made some pretty weird claims.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm just saying. I know people have said that crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much crazy stuff out here that it's.
I don't know. Him and Shannon made some pretty weird claims. I don't know how much is to that about the motel that they all went to. I know the three of them stayed in a motel a couple nights together. I don't know what went down with that. I do not know.
Well, yeah,
But
didn't Grandma Candy go stay with them too? Like, didn't they all go stay in at the
one
hotel
night,
that night?
One night, Grandma Candy stayed. After that, she got kicked out of the motel by Candace.
Hey, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Who is that?
Yeah. What's up, babe? How are you?
This NorCal girl, just checking in to report that there is still no proof. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
Just coming to report there's no proof. Still no
There's
proof
still no
after
proof.
what?
Still no
3
proof,
days
huh?
now? We're still waiting on proof.
Did it get
Still no
deleted out of the
proof,
That's
iCloud?
hilarious.
Is that what happened?
Daisy and PG made a truce. And
Are we still goons?
yeah, we're still waiting for the proof, you guys. So that's it.
Oh, thank you.
Are we
checking
still
in.
the goon squad for Candy?
Apparently, yeah, we're still the goons.
Okay.
Per Mrs. Shear. And that's all I got for now. I'll check back in.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're
Thank you for the
very
update.
welcome.
Still no proof after 3 days. We're
still
still
no proof.
waiting.
Thank you for the update.
You're welcome.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
I love her.
All right.
Okay. Can we Miss Shear needs to just take a seat and calm down. Yeah, Shear.
Yeah, Miss Shear, she does.
Voices
Shear?
behind the wall. Voices behind the wall. I
Shear.
guess last night she went live about us and called us Candyland Goon Squad and all this stuff.
I don't know her by that name. I call her Momo.
Okay. You're talking about
Oh.
Cher? You call Cher Momo?
Yeah, I do. I'll share that picture with you too.
What the hell? I must have missed it, but we're not. I mean, I'm not. I'm definitely not her goon squad.
Well, no,
you know what? Like NorCal and I were talking. Okay, so if what Sheer and Daisy and them are all saying that say this is for the sake of argument that Grandma Candy is playing games, right? So why would they be mean to us if they think we're being played? Why wouldn't they be reaching out? Instead, they just are slamming us. So why? Because we're asking for actual proof. And all she showed on Cher's channel
Do you know
was
why?
that she talked to her. She didn't show proof of the asking for food or anything like that.
Do you know why Cher's throwing dirt on us?
Why?
You really want me to tell you the truth, or you want me to lie to you?
I want you to tell me the truth.
We want proof over
Because
here.
Don is like Cher's daddy. I have that text message she sent Don too. I'm gonna have to dig that bad boy out.
Well, she said she did say that she's like, I did have to play a lot of games and I lied.
She
and all
wasn't
that.
playing no game.
So,
Girl, that text message she was writing to Don and he was forwarding them to me and I was answering her. Girl, she wasn't playing no game. She said, Donald, you're just like my daddy. Girl, I must have threw up in my own mouth when I read that. Girl, she wasn't playing no game. It was sick. Stop it. She needs to stop it. That's why I named her Momo. And you know who Momo is, right?
See, there's so many moving parts to this here. Yeah, and you know what though? What really,
here.
like I said, what I'm here for, really, I'm not even here for to go at it with anybody or anything like that. I just wanted to discredit and disprove the lies that the crime farm lady keeps saying, because what she did with Julie and Rose was horrible, and then to double down on it now to let somebody else on your panel without vetting the information, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, they have not sent you proof, they sent you one screenshot, and then, you know, with the excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, waited 3 days, still haven't received the FaceTime picture, claimed it was a troll, then said no it wasn't, it could have been somebody else, but no it wasn't, you FaceTimed her but now you didn't, now you FaceTimed her on Facebook for 19 minutes, and then she said no, she FaceTimed her for 1 minute, and now she it wasn't on Facebook, it was on an unknown number. And I mean, Jesus, what is going on?
Tomorrow,
Like,
I'm
stop.
I'm
This
gonna
is
send
too
you a
fucking much.
text tomorrow. It's gonna be Jessica with her last name that I'm not going to name here, but she's going to have a conversation with President Biden tomorrow, and I'm sending it to you, okay? We're just going to pre-plan that. I'm going to show you how easy it is for her to have a conversation with the president. To show you how, I'm going to show you how she made Grandma's message.
Well, what I really want is what I really wanted was the lady that called her out, crime something. She was she went up on her panel and said, I just looked at your Facebook and I just checked your Facebook out and it comes back to Jessica blank, and then she goes, well, it checks back to a Jessica blank, another name, you know, and she's like, is that you? She's like, oh yeah, that's me. And she goes, well, it also checks back to a fake profile under the name of Candy Hair. How does that happen? The guy I kind of would like for you to explain that. And she's like, where'd you find that at? And then all of a sudden, 2 seconds later, her Facebook was deactivated and gone.
And I know who you said, and he's also a great big P, and you know what word I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
how convenient that he lives in the same town. That's weird.
I don't know. I just don't appreciate all the lies. And when she, you know, the trying to scam, or, you know, not even necessarily trying to scam, but let me just tell you this. She knows, Miss Daisy knows, and Jessica knows. They know if they go up there and say that Miss Candy's in a trailer on the hill by herself, she's hungry with no food, she's up there freezing, she ain't got no power, no Wi-Fi, people are going to feel bad and immediately want to start sending money or start trying to help. She could have turned her super chats off at any time. She chose not to. She chose to keep them on and allow them to continue to roll in, knowing they didn't get paid for an entire month.
Well, if she is related to that person who I think she's related to, that makes me very concerned, because my little detective side tells me that I need to really look into her because of what that person did.
Well, I just feel like it was really convenient and lined up with Ernie Shell's, you know, big, huge bomb drop that he was supposed to have, you know, his tell all, his give me 2 days and everything's going to come out. And then all of a sudden, you know, she's listening and she mentions how she listens to it, and everybody's just going to have to sit back and wait for it because, you know, that's what Grandma told her. You know, that's supposedly what she told her. The lies are just, they're just incredible. They're just, it's just crazy, honestly. I mean, and everything, if people really paid attention to the things that she said, the things that she said on that panel are what we're asking for proof of. She still has yet to show that. She showed a conversation she had 10 days ago on April 27th, where she begged her to come up on panel. And that was a brief conversation over a period of maybe 1 or 2 days or something, because she said she blew her phone up for 3 days before she even answered it.
Right.
So
yeah,
I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then you want to add more heartache on a family who's already dealing with enough. And I mean, people don't have to like them. They can think they're guilty and that they did horrible things. And until that's proven, I'm not going to treat them any different. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I was taught to, you know, respect the president as you would respect the janitor. I'm not going to treat them differently because they're you know, I'm just not doing that. I'm not, and like I said, it's innocent until proven guilty. And if even if we all think she's guilty or whatever, until she's arrested and they, you know, have her behind bars,
Right.
then
Exactly.
I will say, you know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm. Then we'll go from there. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit out here and say she murdered her daughter, she did this, she did that, because it needs to be facts. It needs to be people sticking to facts, not just making up stories for clicks and views, making it up for money, or you know whatever, making it up just so you have, you know, your little 15 minutes of fame, so you're liked in the community. Because otherwise, she claims there was no other reason that she did that. There's no other reason that she did this.
Right. I mean, you have to. What? I still haven't got down to the reason. Why does she come forward? Why? What is she gaining?
She said that somebody called her a liar, so she just decided to go up there and spill all the beans.
She didn't spill anything. I don't know what she thought she was spilling.
Right.
Sorry,
She
I don't
spilled a
know
whole
what
bunch
she.
of lies. She spilled a pack of lies. That's what she did.
Right. So it was such a big deal to say she spoke to Candy here.
Alive.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know. That just sounds like
Well,
hogwash.
I'm telling you right now, if I was, she says that she's getting a lot of hate and she's getting this and she's getting that, but why doesn't she do a screen record of the conversation from start to finish? And why doesn't she just send the damn picture? If you got a FaceTime picture and you know for sure it was her on that account, but then you know what's really crazy is I said I tried to give her an out because I knew she was I knew she was lying. I just was gonna wait for, you know, see if that would, you know. And I said, what, you know, we just want to put proof up here. We want to put this to bed, and you know, we you know, because there any way you could send it, because you know, if you were talking to a fake profile or something, you know what I'm saying, maybe that could. She's like, well, I very well could have been. Boom, that's
Right.
a lie,
That was the
because you
first
said
thing that
and you
came out of her
claimed that
mouth.
you've seen him. Yeah, you said that you've seen this, you know, you've seen her on FaceTime, you had a call with her, so you would know it wasn't a troll if you talked to her on FaceTime and you had that picture you claimed to have.
Yeah,
Right.
liar.
And the thing is I took down a couple different Facebooks that were fraudulent Facebooks that tried to come into our groups and say that they were either Candace or they were never that said that they were Mama Hair, but that said they were Candace. One that was running 2 different cash apps, another one that was running a GoFundMe. I turned her into GoFundMe.
Hold on one second. Murray, you said Ernie eats almost daily at Daisy's sister's restaurant. Are you serious right now?
What?
Really?
And Crafting said, I heard that also. I just can't find where now. See, and you know what? She conveniently didn't come out with all this big, huge, elaborate story and this big, huge bomb drop. She didn't come out with that until Ernie came out with that when he was gonna, you know, it just conveniently happened to be a week ago or whatever, April 27th, that they were trying to get Candy up on panel on Daisy's channel, and they were trying to get Candace on Ernie's channel for this big reveal.
Wonder if she's a waitress there.
I don't know. That's pretty weird. Like, this is all just, it's all too much.
I wonder if that's the little restaurant that he got picked up at the other day.
Yeah, supposedly Prayer Warrior Dean, he's in New York or something. But did you guys see that person named Texas up on the channel? Like, I rewatched the live they did after our live, and that person was like hysterical. Like,
Yeah, they were calling the lies
they just
left and right.
kicked her off panel. I'm gonna go get her, and like acting like they're gonna go pick her up or something. Like, I'm like, what? It was freaking hilarious. Yeah, like totally. Oh, they attacked her. They just kicked her off panel right now. Right now, Daisy. They just kicked her off panel. Like all like hyper and like
yes,
crazy.
I did. And then they ran over to Daisy's channel and said, I followed her right over here.
Oh my god, so embarrassing sounding. So weird. And then see, like my issue here like was with Cher. Okay. Like, she has a pretty big platform. Now, when she goes and does this, I believe you, Jessica. Okay, you know what? Probably help if you sent some proof. So she sends that one screenshot that she was when she was asking. I think it was she was asking Grandis to get on panel or something like that. I mean, it had nothing to do with any of the proof that was asked of her, and
Right.
and so she's got this big platform, and she's like, yeah, these girls are so terrible, and blah blah blah. It's like,
Yeah.
really?
Right. And she goes, yes, that's how she spells her name. Yeah, that sounds like her. I've talked to her.
Yeah.
No, no, she hasn't. No, she hasn't. Oh, Lord.
And that sweetie pie lady that, like, I've talked to her, yeah, and no, you know what? Like, I could say
Absolutely
so much
not.
more right now. Like, the conspiracy theories and speculation that two of those creators, being Sweetie Pie and Cher, report on, it's like their credibility like went out the window a long time ago for me.
Right.
You
I
know?
can't talk on shares and I can't. I heard she made about actually, I don't know what she made. The receipt says she made 170. At least what she put up on her community. I don't know about 500, but it said she made 170.
Yeah, she didn't make 500 unless she was getting PayPal's and Cash Apps that I didn't know about, because I counted it, and I think it came to about 170, like something like that.
Yeah,
And I
170.
don't remember. I didn't hear her telling anybody to stop until she got to
Well,
150,
see, and
and
super chats don't
that
get
was
paid until the
150 that was
21st.
earmarked for Grandma specifically.
So wait, so she was just gonna have to starve until the 21st when the super chats paid out. I mean, if that was the
Apparently,
case and that was true,
and
she
she
would
was
just
sure to
be.
mention that YouTube takes 30% too. She's like, "Don't worry, I'll make up for that." I was like, "What?"
Right, because she said that she paid them the 150 and she put the other 20 in because they took their percentage off.
Well,
Yeah,
I
'cause-
just think it's real convenient that she worked this up and, that she reached out 10 days ago and worked it up to have 3,000 people in her chat waiting on Grandma Candy Hair to come on her panel. Damn near had people convinced that she was talking to her and that she, all this and that was going on. And that is like, that is awful. You are like duping your whole community doing that. Because she
Yeah.
deliberately told her she's not going up on panels. So they knew she wasn't going up on panels. So for them to sit there and act like she was coming up and that she was talking to her and that she had been talking to her and she was watching and Jessica was talking to Miss Candy as that was going on. I'm so glad you guys went up there to call them out. I'm so glad because I got blocked and several other people got blocked for when we tried to tell them the truth. Like they weren't, like I said, and it's
Did
3
she
days
edit
later,
that
we still
out?
ain't got the damn proof.
Hey,
what?
when I rewatched that today, I couldn't find the timestamp where Dawn and Dom went up there. Did she edit that shit out, or did I miss it?
You
I
might have
must.
missed it because I'll go
I
find the
might have missed
timestamp
it.
for you. Yeah,
Yeah, because she told me I was rude and
told you
told
Because
me,
you
I
were a
saw
troll.
that.
She called you a troll.
yeah, called me a
That's
troll,
right.
told me to
You guys are
stick to the
she called you
subject.
scammers too. You guys are scammers and trolls. Get off my panel.
Right? Told me to stop yelling at her.
Yeah, stop yelling.
Yes. I said, I'm not yelling.
Well, I mean, what she did with Rose was awful, anyways. And I figured with that, she would have learned
Oh
from her
yeah.
mistake and been like, hey, let's, do you have any proof of this? Can you send screenshots? So it almost makes me feel like, if Daisy, if she didn't, if she wasn't a part of this, then she obviously got trolled. So
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully, I guess, hopefully she learned her lesson and going forward, she'll do better. But I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know. But I do
well,
know.
I know that Daisy was blaming on PG's panel. She just was blaming. She was blaming her mod for the last one, so she didn't take any accountability for that. And on top of that, she still she still is convinced that that's her and doubled down last night and said, I have an email and I'll send it to you, Miss Candy Hair. If you're listening, I'll send it to you right now. We know Rose is alive, and why are you saying that? You have already been told over and over and over again she's not alive. Stop. Or she's not, or I mean that she keeps saying she's alive and that she wants to come forward. Stop saying that.
Right. Why would you do that? That is absolute harassment. Why would you do that to the mother of a missing girl? Why would you do that?
You know, I mean, Rose has
That's
2 daughters.
nasty.
Why are you doing that to her daughters? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know, they're old enough to be watching YouTube. They're old enough to get wind of it. You know, I mean, that's just crazy. You know, I just no respect whatsoever. None. For her to sit up there and do that and then to continue it after she's already been told by several people and several creators, and you know what I'm saying? It's just it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean what if it was her daughter? You know, what if,
say no more lies. What channel was Jessica called out on her Facebook? Liar Garden, Prayer Garden's channel just a little bit ago.
I call it Devil's Lettuce Garden. She gets mad. That's why she banned me.
Well, I call her Liar Garden because it's every other title. She lies about something like, well, I can't say she lies. She just makes her titles up and then she'll, you know what I'm saying? She'll say things that she knows are not like, she's like, last time I talked about Candy Hair, the FBI came to see her, huh, Candy? Ain't that right, Candy? Like, come on now, you know damn well she ain't in her chat like the other day when she was talking. Matter of fact, when Prayer Garden was, she basically did the same thing. She was like, well, remember when you had your granddaughter, remember that Thanksgiving when your granddaughter was there? What's this green bean gravy, green bean casserole? And there was a Candace, supposedly there was a Candy Hair in her chat too. So no, not believing that. Not believing that.
Yeah, well, Prayer Garden, she just needs to go have a seat because I know a whole damn story about her. She just needs to be quiet because me and her done.
I found it, guys. Sorry. I just wanted to let everybody know I was wrong. She didn't edit it. I found it.
Well, and I went through, I was going to say, I have a whole notebook. I went through the live that Jessica had done with Daisy. I went through and time-stamped every single time she, like, every story she told, all the, you know, little things that she said. I went down and wrote them all down with timestamp. Went over and, yeah, I went to shares and did it. Went back over to the other one and I got halfway through the live where after she got down off our panel, she went over there and she still continued.
Good Lord.
Continued.
Good Lord. Oh, but she doesn't go on YouTube's, remember? She's too busy as a mother of 7. 7 children.
Well,
She
she's
does.
been bouncing all over for the last couple days now.
Yeah.
She must have got a babysitter.
No, she don't got her kids.
I know I'm joking. I mean, I don't know that, but I was just joking.
Oh.
But yeah, like, and you know what? Why does this crazy critter lady have Summer as her watermark on her channel? Like I'm looking at the screen right now where you and the other Dawn were on there, and in the right hand corner there's Summer's little picture and it has S and W with little flowers on it, right? That's like when you're a creator and you have a channel, you make like a watermark. Like, see how Queen Bees is in the top right corner?
Yeah.
That's like on all your videos. It's like your watermark, and she uses her picture? Like, that's weird to me.
Yeah, she can't do that. She can't do that. That's a copyright issue, isn't it?
I don't know if I don't think it could be, but it's just really not cute. Like, it's kind of tacky because you're not, and plus if it's on all the videos, I'm not sure. I'm not a really good creator. I'm not sure if there's a way you can program it to have like different videos at different live streams to have different watermarks or not. I've never figured it out if there is, but especially she's up here talking about like Grandma Candy. I don't know. I just, all this like Summer Wells hashtagging, like overdoing that shit is super exploitative to me. Like, I just don't like the way it feels and looks. It's just gross, dude. I get putting her picture out there and putting her name out there, and you know, but in the way of like actually trying to do something, not to argue with other people on YouTube and hashtag her name. You
Right.
know? I don't know. These people are crazy.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Yeah, I've actually, when I talked to Prayer Garden before she ever came on YouTube, when she was calling into their home all the time, yeah. Foofta. Yeah. So she's a interesting person. That's why I changed her name to Devil's Lettuce Garden, because she cusses more than she should not be calling herself Prayer Garden nothing, because she cusses like a sailor. Holy buckets. One day I was on the phone with Candace, and Candace was trying to get her off of the phone with Donald, and she was using every word and probably words I'd never heard of before, just cursing her head off. And Donald wanted me to talk to her because it was just craziness over there. And I was like, I can't get in the middle of that comment. Well, then he sent me her number. That was, I think it was September 10th that he sent me her number, or the 11th, some 10th or 11th. Anyway, so I said, okay, to stop this argument. And so I think I talked to her for like 5 minutes whatsoever at the most. And I said, you really should stop asking a married man to come to your house. And she just totally lost it on me. Yeah, that was the gist of my conversation with her.
Well, that's really inappropriate. She shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, she doesn't like me for that reason, because I just sort of, that's so inappropriate. Yeah, she.
Because I don't listen to Prayer Garden, but I've heard about how she's tried to like talk to Dawn or something. That's so weird.
Oh, yeah, she did a lot of things that she probably shouldn't be doing. Yeah, so I really don't prefer her. And I mean, what she does with herself and whatever, more power to you, honey. But you definitely don't interfere and insert yourself into a married household. You don't do that. That's not classy at all. Um, and it, especially in this situation, that's just not good at all. It's
Yeah,
not. It's
yeah, especially if you're trying to like pretend like you're advocating for this family and you're trying to spread awareness for a missing child and hoping this family, does right by their kids and gets their kids back, but then you want to swoop in on the husband. That sounds ass
husband
backwards.
and three boys.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Sorry,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
what?
I've got all the text messages, everything, because Don sent them to me. And I was like, oh, heck no, you need to knock that off, because Donald didn't know how to make that stop. And I said, you just need to block that number. Yeah. And I told her, you need to just stop. And yeah, so I know her very well. And yeah, so I'm blocked from her chat, because as soon as she got her channel, I went in her channel and listened to her, because once that whole situation ended, when she finally stopped contacting him, it became like a war zone over there. And yeah, she came out very vicious against Candace, and then very vicious out against him. And yeah, and I went in there and said, scorned is not a word for you. And I don't even know what to call what her situation is. It's a sad situation, but she decided to block me, so I can't comment over there. But that's okay. So I don't even go over there unless I'm going over to be nosy about something.
Right,
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, I don't know. I figure like at this point, it's like, what else is there to really talk about in the case? I mean, to each their own, but I kind of feel like some of these creators just continue to talk about it, talk about the case and hashtag her name, because it does bring in a good amount of money.
See, the thing is, I think, I watched the case go through stages. It's like when there was nothing being talked about with law enforcement, it's like people started spinning these little tales
Oh, yeah.
and digging into little theories. I remember when all the little theories started going on about Don's record, and then that started spinning webs. And then the police gave just little updates, and then, they would spin more stuff out of control. And then it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then that became the new thing. Nobody worried about what the police had to say then. And then the police would take something and people would read between the lines. No, that's not really what they were trying to say. This is what they were trying to say. No.
Yep.
And it just kept going from there. And then, of course, then we got Don and Candace going on there, and they're drinking and carrying on. And then we've got Don, Candace, and Dale Terry going on there. And oh my goodness, it just kept getting worse and worse. And unbelievable behaviors going on. And none of that helped it. And next thing we know, Tim Mullins has got a YouTube, and then he's going on there. And oh my goodness, it just kept getting worse and worse.
Yeah,
And
that's just too
now
much.
it's the next thing you know, it's not on Summer anymore at all.
Right.
It's all about drama. And, I used to belong to a ton of channels, and the pages that I have, none of the YouTubes are allowed on there, except for AF Pennington, because she does the videos for Summer. That's the only one I allow on any of my channels. And I allow Timmy to do his prayers in there. Other than that, I don't allow any of them on there because of the fact that all it does is cause drama in there. And I don't allow any hate. It has to be like our group all about Summer. It is absolutely for supporting everything about Summer. We don't allow any discussions about anything about the case, nothing like that. It's just for positive things about Summer, place. But do you know what? Any of our groups that they were never allowed to have like any major discussions about Summer or anything like that. Do you know we can never get Candace to join them? And that's sad. If it wasn't a lot of hee-haw fighting, anything like that. And my groups, I think my biggest group has 300 people in it. I had a group that had 2,900 people in it. But I ended up leaving that group because a couple of the people in there that were in it with me just kept letting people get into these nasty debates and arguments, and it kept feeling more like the YouTube streets to me, and I just was like, nope, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems like in cases like these, like you get a lot of housewives specifically. It seems like to be more females than anything. Yeah. I mean, they get very emotional and very caught up and very can get real ugly with a bunch of women together. It seems like in the true crime and missing cases and anything to do with kids. But yeah, like speculation seems to become like facts.
Proof? Do you want me to put Jessica's proof up on do you want me to show the 5 messages of her proof up here? Or do you want me to wait? You know what? I should probably wait. I'll just go ahead and wait because I'm going to do it all at once. I wanted to do the timestamps and stuff all at once.
Yes, A.F. Pennington, she is incredible, isn't she?
Yes.
I just love her.
I like her.
The White Rabbit Presents too, right? The White Rabbit Presents.
She's really talented, yes.
Yes.
She is. I know she's wonderful. I love watching her stuff. I love watching.
She is an amazing human being. I just love her to death. Yeah, she is the only creator I allow from YouTube in any of my groups.
Well, and that's another thing. Why did so Rowena here says, I'm so scared someone is going to steal Summer's swing. It broke my heart when Candace gave her toys to the church.
She hasn't given all of her toys to the church, and she hasn't given all of the boys' toys to the church. She has not. There are still a bunch of Summer's toys there, and there's still a bunch of the boys' toys there. She gave away a bunch that the kids didn't play with anymore, and the boys got a bunch more toys, and so did Summer, because when I did the volunteer thing, we got Summer a bunch of Paw Patrol stuff, and we got the boys a bunch of stuff. So there is a bunch of replace
So
things
it was
there for the
basically
kids.
like out with the old, in with the new. You guys
Yes,
get rid of old toys that were already
yes,
used and broken and played with and whatever, getting rid of those and then bringing in the new
Oh,
stuff.
oh,
yes.
that
And I
that
want
reminds me, you guys. That reminds me, real quick. Whatever Candace didn't pawn, she burned. Okay, guys, she burned it. Like, is that true? Come on now. Like, Cher said that yesterday.
No, she did not. Cher is the queen of fire. Let's just put that out there. I'm sorry, Cher, but
She said that shit. She's like, yeah, whatever she didn't pawn. Now, pawning, I believe. But
See,
burning, come
I've
on.
never really had a problem with sheer until today.
Cher
It's ridiculous.
Cher should not even discuss fire. Um, I'm just gonna say she just needs to be quiet about fires, because she knows all about sheer. Yeah, she just needs to just be quiet about the whole fire ordeal, because I really don't want to have to set her out on. I will personally make a video about her on my own channel. She just needs not to go there, okay? Because she
Yeah,
knows all about.
I don't, she's
Yeah,
welcome to come up here too. If she's got something she wants to add to the conversation, she's welcome to come up here. I don't care. She's like, I can't sit through that. That was just too much.
yeah. Well,
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You can't stand the heat. You better
Like
not get
your,
next to the
25 hour panels,
matches. That's
your
all I'm gonna say.
24 hour panels aren't a lot.
Yeah, they are. Those 24-hour panels. Yeah, must take a lot of pop to keep you awake that long. That's all I'm gonna say about that situation. Anyway,
Well, Don, they're wanting to know if you want to drop your channel. Do you want me to go find your link, or do you want to send me the link and I'll put it in here?
I I don't know how to do that. It's just say it louder.
Oh, Say It Louder. Okay, Say It Louder is her channel name, you guys.
Yeah.
Let me go see if I can find it. I'll go see if I can find it. Pecan Pie said, remember when the glare called her voices behind my balls? I remember when Candace said that too, and I laughed so fucking hard.
I call her voices well, I have a whole video about her voices behind my back. You know, where on TikTok goes, hello, it goes, hello, I can't fucking see you. Hello. Where are you? Hello. Where the fuck are you? No, let me stop.
I gotta jump down, Queen. I gotta jump down, ladies. My
Okay.
phone's gonna die. But
No, that's okay. Thank you for popping up. I appreciate it. Anybody else that wants to
popping
come
up.
up?
good to meet you, Dawn.
Good to
all right,
meet you
ladies.
too, Jen.
I think
All
the
right,
link is
love y'all.
pinned. If
Bye.
anybody else wants to come up, you guys are welcome to. Anybody else that wants to add to this or has questions or whatever, you're welcome to pop up. Or anybody that's been over there listening to the lives, come up and share them with us. Because I know, and I heard PG say, the only thing that's going to get you off the hook now is if you come up with this picture, this FaceTime picture you claim to take. Oh, well, it's in my husband's laptop and he's on it right now. So I'm like, oh my God, it's like lie after lie after lie after lie.
And he's on it. That would have been so difficult for him to click that button.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Such a pressing issue.
So long to send it. She's like, I'm not tech savvy, but she sent emails and pictures and everything else while she was on the thing with PG. She's like, well, I just sent it. I just sent proof right now. PG's like, well, you sent me one. And she's like, yeah, that's where I was writing Candace and she wasn't answering me. Yeah, because you're blocked. She's like, well, I let it go through. Yeah, well, I mean, I've had somebody block me too, and it went through. I've blocked people, and their messages have went through. They didn't come through to me, but it showed on theirs that it went through. So you can't technically
Well,
use
she
that.
was really tech savvy the night that she was on Daisy's because, man, she was on chat on her telephone. She was looking at chat. She was on the screen, man. She was FaceTiming with her on her cell phone on Messenger, and she was chatting her too with text messages. Man, she was real tech savvy that night. You go, girl.
I said queen, and at first, remember, she was all, I don't have to show anyone anything. Oh, here, Granny T said, now it's on another phone. Oh my God.
I know probably one that she's got for sale on Ontario, Canada's marketplace. It's one of those 3 phones. If y'all rush over there, you might be able to buy it and get us the proof.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what? We need NorCal to report. Do we have any proof yet? We are 2 hours and 12 minutes in, and 48 hours plus
Keep the pictures up.
2
We
hours
found
and
the
13 minutes
phones.
in with reporting no proof yet so far. Has PG shown the FaceTime picture she claimed to have? Has she shown any conversations that she said she had with her? She specifically goes over a conversation on panel with Daisy that she says that she had with Candy Hair. So where's that screenshot at? Where's the screenshot or the messages where she told you what happened, that Dawn was at work and all this and that? Where's all those screenshots? Where's the 3 days you blew her up and she didn't answer you screenshots? Like, you can't just pick and choose and drop 2 or 3 to say, yeah, I've been talking to her. No, that ain't work like, no, don't work like that. We want the proof you said you had.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she was talking to her damn self.
Well, yeah, because that crime, I think it was Crime Crazy. I'm not sure. They looked at her Facebook and they went up on PG's panel and she goes, I have a question. And Jessica's like, yeah. And she said, you're Jessica Blank. And she goes, yeah. And she goes, well, it comes back to Jessica Blank. And she goes, yeah, that's me too. You know, like, it's connected to that account. She goes, well, it also comes back to a Candace Hair account. Where do you see that at? Where do you see that at? She goes, well, I'm on my phone. She goes, well, if you back out of your phone, you can see it. If you back out of your phone right now, you can see it. Like, oh, you just became tech savvy in a matter of 2 seconds when you got called out for having a fake Candace Hair profile, huh?
And then it just poof, magically disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, hashtag show us the proof, Jessica. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof?
Queen Bee,
Yes, ma'am.
this is NorCal Girl reporting live. There is still no proof.
I love this girl.
PG has ended her live and there is no proof. There is no bombshell. We got nothing. We got more lies.
No proof and no bombshell. Bam.
No
Busted.
bombshells, no proof. Nothing today, baby.
Well, I'm just
Maybe
saying,
tomorrow.
why does it
Maybe
take
tomorrow.
3 or 4 days? Why does it take 3 or 4 days to get proof? I don't understand. And if she comes in here and she wants to come up to talk, I'm more than happy. I'm more than willing to have a chat with her. I will even have you get down and have a chat with her. You know what I mean?
Come on over, Jessica.
Yeah, we want to know what's going on, girl. We got some questions.
I want to know, because she's not gaining any money or anything out of this. So why?
Brooke, say it
behind-
ain't so. Say it ain't so, Brooke. Look, she said, except that a man was telling her what to say for every question that was asked.
Right?
Yeah, apparently there was a man in the background coaching her on what to say and how to answer questions tonight.
That had to have been Mike, her husband.
Oh my. And the rabbit hole gets deeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a pack of lies.
Huh. And I just happen to have Mike's profile too.
See, this just in, pecan pie, this just in, she still ain't got no proof.
I
What
think
in the heck is going on? just
I
don't
think you
understand
should
that
put up
part.
the pictures of the 3 phones and ask her if it's one of them. So you
Yeah,
tell her I
you
want to
should
buy one of those phones.
hold on. Prayer Warrior Dean says there was a man in the background. I was in there. So you heard him saying stuff to her, like you heard
Yeah.
him coaching her, like asking her question or telling her how to answer or whatever.
I was reading the chat because I was listening to you, but from what people were saying in the chat, is we can hear him. And why do you have someone coaching you, telling you what to say? Why is he calling us all idiots? And things of that sort.
Her husband was in chat. Oh, is that so? Well, he can click the link and come on up here. I want to know, I mean, does he make a good Candace profile? Was he the one talking behind it? Or, I mean, did he have any part of this or what?
You know what? He was in Daisy's chat too that day.
So he might have had the other phone and been on the profile then maybe or something. Well, I noticed when she went up on Daisy's panel and I caught it, she went up under an M. When you sign up on a Google profile, if you don't have a picture set or whatever, it comes up as whatever your name starts with, which hers obviously started with an M. So were you on Mike's Google when you came up? Were you on his? Because your name started with an M instead of a Jessica or
You
J
got it.
or anything like that on the first panel when she was up there. She was up there with the letter M.
She sure was.
Yeah. So, I mean, was that to use your extra phone so you could be Candace Hare in the chat and talk to yourself? Or, I mean, what was it?
Sounds like someone else is the puppet master in this little game that Jessica's playing.
Yeah, it's odd. What was Daisy claiming? Was she believing it? Or, I mean, did she actually figure out that this was a lie, that she was caught? Or, I mean,
I'm not going to speak on that because I didn't hear too much about what Daisy said. Just that what I did hear, she sounded upset with Jessica for coming up on her live with these claims without any proof. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we knew she was a liar. We called her out. We knew she was. I mean, I'm not going to get up here and call somebody out to be a liar like that if they're not. I'm not going to make a fool of myself like that. Oh, no.
Right. I mean, we would have never got up here in the first place if there wasn't truth to it.
Well, yeah, because and that's what makes me. What is that fucking noise?
Sorry, I'm trying to sneak Doritos.
Oh, I'm like, what in the hell is that? Goddamn, that noise is loud. It's like super crackly. I'm like, what in the hell is that? Here, I'll mute it.
I can't even sneak Doritos in private.
No, you're fine. I'll just mute real quick while you know what I'm saying, so you can eat, and it's not, we won't be able to hear you, but you can still hear me.
Okay.
You just unmute it if you need to talk. You just hit the unmute one. Okay, so tonight, I forgot what I was even thinking saying. Okay, I think they planned on using this to start their own channel like a few others have. Oh, really? She was being directed to say by. She was being directed on what to say. See, Daisy called her out. I was hoping Daisy would call her out because she made Daisy look like a damn fool. Daisy asked 50 times, do you have proof? Do you have proof? Do you have proof? You do have proof of this, right, Jessica? And every single time Jessica's like, yep, I do. Yeah, I do. And she only sent her, she's like, well, I sent you that one message. Okay, one message is not going to cut it. First of all, you should have sent her all the messages. She should have had time to go over those messages, ask you any questions that she needed to ask you. I
think Jessica tried to send something to Prayer Garden tonight. Prayer Garden said, no, the message you sent me is just of basically when Jessica was trying to chat with Candy, but she was blocked. She was claiming that her messages were going through, but they clearly were not because she was blocked by Candy already.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the only thing she sent Prayer Garden tonight.
She said, PG bomb, thanks for coming into chat, Queen B. You know what? She's had me blocked up until last night. She just unblocked me to come in there tonight. I would have went up on panel with her. I had no problem going up there, and I would have went up there to talk to Jessica, but she requires that show your face. And you're not getting us, we're not doing all that. I'm not playing them games. If it's my account and I'm in your chat and I'm coming up there and what's going on, it's me. You know what I mean? Come on now. Daisy, hold on, badmouth Tiffany calling her a child and born with a silver spoon. I went off. Really? Well, hello there. Hello, Jessica.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm good. I heard you had a hell of a time over there on PG's panel.
No, not really, actually. And she did to get all my messages. They didn't bounce back.
They don't have to bounce back.
Well, she told me that she received my email, so
Who told you she received your email?
PJ or P.
Yeah,
PT,
she said. Yeah, she did. She said she received your email, but it was just a message of you writing Candace to tell her how upset you were that she wasn't responding to you or whatever the hell it is. A big long paragraph.
Yeah, there's
That's
about
all you
5
sent.
of them sent. No, there was about 5 of them sent.
Yeah, you sent
The
them to
same
Cher.
ones
We read
that
them.
Cher showed.
That's not the proof that we were asking for, though. That's just basically you saying you talked to her. We already knew you talked to her. You said that yourself. You talked to her.
Yeah.
You said you sent her messages for 3 days straight, and she didn't answer you.
Right.
She finally answered you back to tell you that she didn't want to be on panels. We knew all that. We already knew all that. But the things that the claims that you made were lies, and they were.
Which lies?
You tell me. I mean,
No,
you've said a lot of
you
them,
need to
so
tell
you
me
tell
because
me.
I don't know what you're talking
Why
about.
don't you? You know what? Here, how about this? I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet, and you start to finish.
Jessica,
what happened? How did you get thrown
how
into
are
this?
you hopping?
How am I what? How am I what?
Start from
I
the
didn't
beginning,
hear.
Jessica.
I don't even know what she said.
She said, "Go ahead and start from the beginning." So you just received. Okay, so you just thought, I'm gonna go ahead and get a hold of Grandma, Candy. I'm just gonna start messaging her. So 2 months ago, you started messaging her 2 months ago, right?
January, yeah, in January.
Okay. So January. Okay, so you started messaging her in January. This is May, right? We know this is May, right? So we have January, February, March, April,
5
May.
months.
That's 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't think like I talk to her every single day because I didn't. I have a busy life. She's busy.
Yes, Tiffany, this is her. She's back over here. Yes. Would you like to come up here? Okay, let me mute so you can tell I don't want to interrupt you. So I'm gonna mute. You go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, you said you messaged her, right?
Yeah, and
you
it wasn't every day. It was like
No, I'm saying start from the beginning. You messaged her out of the
I
blue
messaged her.
January and said, "Hey, I wanted to talk to you just as a friend. I just was reaching out," right? Because you said you tried 3 days in a row to get a hold of her.
No, I said, hey, just wanted to send love from Canada and that we're all thinking of you in Canada.
And when was that?
She said, if any.
Hello?
When was that? Jessica. Here, I got to take this screen down so we can see what's going on because I can't see if you're in here or not in here. So, all right. Jessica, you here?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. That was January 17th, the first time I messaged her.
Okay.
And then after that, it was just random talks, and she told me about something, for some reason, she told me that her phone got hacked by her daughter. I want to say started with a G. I don't remember, but her daughter disowned her, and she just misses her daughter and her grandbaby. And then I went on to say, I understand because I have grandbabies myself, and I couldn't believe what she was going through. Nowhere in any circumstance did I or Miss Daisy ask for food. It was, I said to Miss Daisy, it would be nice if someone brought food because 3 weeks ago she told me she was at home. So I assumed, are you still there?
Yep, I'm listening.
Okay. Just making sure you're still there. So I assumed she was still up at the house. So I said, maybe if Miss Daisy would drop off food at the bottom of the driveway, I could message Candace and say it was there. So there was no communication or nothing, no questions asked, no nothing. Just pick up the food and go. And people started sending cash apps, which I have no control over because I don't have a YouTube channel. And that's really what happened.
Okay, well, you said a whole lot
Yes, my
more
husband,
than just
and
that.
just
So,
about a comment. The comment says, "Your husband called them idiots." Yes, he always calls them idiots. How can somebody not know what happened to your child?
It's about a missing child on the
well, when did you talk to her about what happened to Summer?
On my FaceTime for and it, like was a minute and 30 some seconds.
Oh yeah, you know
Did you
what? Let
talk
me.
to her
You
about what
told.
happened to Summer?
Hold on. Yeah, you got feedback, so somebody's listening in on a second line, or there's something going on. But anyways, NorCal,
We
you dropped down.
FaceTime. We did not like Messenger. I didn't give her my number to call me through Messenger.
Right, but I'm saying you told PG that you sent me the emails with all the proof and the FaceTime picture. So I haven't received it yet. Maybe you were confused. Let me go check real quick, make sure it's not my email, okay?
Okay. If it's not,
Because
I'll send.
you said you sent it. Well, I've seen what you've sent to share, but I haven't seen the FaceTime picture. So if you could send that over, that'd be that would take
That
care
I
of
have to
everything
go
right
to
now.
tomorrow.
What?
I have to go to Apple tomorrow to get that because my iCloud's only giving me 2 days of saved messages when it should be, and saved pictures should be about a month or all of them.
Yeah, I'm not believing that, but all right. And I don't have any, and there's no email from you. So here, my email is queenbog
Okay, hold on, go slower.
888.
Okay, hold on, go to email.
Yeah, I'm just okay. So it's Queen B, OG.
Sorry, what was it? Sorry,
Queen B,
Queen B 1 sec. Sorry. Yep.
OG 888
Yep.
at gmail.com. And this is the messages that you've had from her from start to finish, right? Or what is this? The FaceTime picture? What is this? What are you sending?
Just messages.
The same ones you already sent, share, because I already have those. We can put them up on the screen if you want.
Throw them up if you want. I'll tell you if you're missing any.
Yeah, I know you've only sent 5. You sent the one of the picture of the phone, and then the 4 you had on April 27th, which was 10 days ago, when you wanted her to come up on panel, and she told you no several times.
Show me no once. She said she doesn't
She
like
didn't
it.
want to come up
People,
on panel. You knew she wasn't coming up on panel, but then you continued to play like you was still talking to her.
I was hoping she would go on panel to clear, like, she
But
didn't
you
do
knew she
anything. What
wasn't
the
going
hell's the
to, and she
problem?
hadn't been on panel yet. So was this because you had heard Ernie was going to have Candace on his live, and you just thought you were going to jump on the bandwagon with it, or what? What is this?
No, I don't even know
I heard
who
you say
Ernie
in
is.
reference. This is Ernie. I heard you talking about it.
Ernie? Yeah, from what
Yes.
he said on the weekend that he was going to come clean on Sunday.
That grandma supposedly told you that there was going to be some big, huge thing that it was supposed to happen Sunday, I
No,
guess.
Ernie, not Grandis, Ernie.
Oh, no. You said grandma
No,
gave,
I'm telling
said,
you.
yes, you did, because I got a screen recorded.
Okay, if you can play that.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I didn't expect to go live tonight because I was frustrated with you lying over on PG's panel, so I came over here and started my own live. But trust and believe, I've went through every single live you've been on, both of Daisy's and Cher's and PG's and mine, because your story has differed on every single one of them.
No, they're not. They're all the same.
And I thought that the reason you couldn't provide this.
Sweetie Pie Low said, I believe it's total bullshit. I agree with you guys.
And didn't you say that your husband had it on the computer, but you didn't want to make him stop using the computer?
No, because that's what he does. He runs his own business, so he's on the computer quite a bit.
Okay,
So
well, he was just on your phone. So Beanie's not on the computer. Why don't you have him pass you that picture?
Because, like I stated like 2 minutes ago, that I lost all my pictures when I had to factory reset my phone like 2 weeks ago. And that picture was, I guess, now backed up. So for some reason, I lost it. All I get in my back pictures are 2 days worth. That's it.
Okay, but you said over in Prayer Gardens tonight that it was on your husband's computer. So just have him shoot it over to your phone.
No, I didn't say that. You can ask her yourself.
Yes, you did say that.
She told me to go to Apple tomorrow and they should help me with it.
Right, but do you see where this is getting really confusing? Because we've asked for proof the night you went on the night you went on Daisy's panel, and she asked you for proof. You sent her one screenshot. Okay, I just feel like, first of all, you should have already knew you were going to get called out. You ain't slick enough. What's Benny say? You ain't too good at this. You ain't too good at this. You weren't thinking about it before you did it.
Okay, another question I have for you, Jessica, is why did your Facebook, when somebody asked you about it, why did you immediately go make it private? But before that, it turned up as excuse me, it wasn't. But anyway,
it was.
Why
did I did it 3 weeks ago?
Well, that's really odd because there was about 50 people in Prayer Gardens chat that as soon as you got called out for it, said that they went to go check it and it was private.
Jessica, you're not too good at this. You're not too good at this, Jessica, because
at all.
you're not too good at this. Neither your Facebook or Mike's were private. And yours also was linked to Candy Hair, which was not her.
How?
It was linked to you. Why is that?
How would it get linked to there? That's what I don't understand.
Well, and you know what? We'll not even worry about Facebook. Let's go back to the food, and she's starving, and she's on the hill.
She's finish this Facebook thing because it's all lies.
Well, Facebook can figure that out for us. It's a digital footprint.
My friend Murray checked it. We were actually talking in a chat together. Me and Murray were talking together when you were on PG's panel, and she went and checked and said it wasn't private. You are lying. And all of a sudden, I think it's really odd that you knew how to work a fucking phone. You knew how to work the damn phone when you said, "Oh, back up, just back up." When you said, "Hey, just back up," and she said, it might kick me off. Now, I wish she was here. I don't remember what. I think it was crime something. But if that's who you want to talk about the Facebook thing with, that's who went and checked it out and said that it linked together. I haven't seen that. I don't have screenshots of that. So that's why I said I don't want to talk about that right now because I don't have proof behind that to speak on that. I watched it. My friend's saying she watched it, but I can't speak out of my own mouth and say that I watched it go private because we were trying to get there, but I was listening to your lies and starting up this live at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to speak on Facebook because that's just my profile is live. It should show my profile picture. And if it wasn't private, it would show the
You're
pictures that
hold on, you're
posted on my
roboting super
children.
bad. Like you're cutting. Yeah, I was gonna say you're cutting out really bad.
Okay, I'll call from my
Yeah, you're
husband's.
cutting out really super bad.
Okay, I'll call from my husband's.
Ooh, that's terrible.
Because she made it private.
Yeah. That's well, and like I said, I mean, my friend, she can come up here because she knows she's seen it. She said she went and checked in that it came off there or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I got my stuff laid out because I wanted to go through all these lives and you know what I'm saying, make sure I had all my stuff in order before I came out here to do this because
Well, you know it wasn't private because I sent you her
she told me she was
profile
on.
earlier.
She told me she was on an iPhone 6 when I was on panel with her a few nights ago. StreamYard and iPhones are terrible. So
Right. Well, we know it wasn't private because I sent you her profile earlier.
oh, wait, she has since unprivated it again. So I mean, come on, man. Come on. PG
Oh, wow.
has the screenshot. What screenshot does she have? She's got the screenshot of the FaceTime picture. Because I mean, at this point, that's really all I'm interested. I'm just wanting to know if she was trying to take Ernie's lead, like she was gonna, try to get some clout for that because she, heard Ernie say he was gonna have Candace on panel and it was gonna be a big reveal and a truth bomb was gonna be dropped, and all of a sudden she, you know,
Right.
heard from Candy that it was gonna. Hold on, be right back. Let me see if I can get crime crazy here. If you're cool with that, yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Because at this point, I feel like she damn near duped Daisy, but I feel like Daisy needs to do her due diligence when it comes to this because she's doing more harm than she's doing good for the Summer Wells case. I mean, you're not, you know what I'm saying? That's very distracting. And when you're speaking on Rose being Julie being Rose being alive and hiding and scared to come out and all this crazy shit that, you know what I'm saying? It's never been stated by the police or anything. Like, it's never been a fact or a statement or anything. That's just your speculation and opinion. And then you have family coming in and tell you that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. And you block every single one of them. You know what I mean? It's almost like, are you a part of this? Did y'all plan this together? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the thing is it's just as easy as, well, her DNA is on profile. You know, they've already said it's not her. You want to keep pushing it, all they have to do is ask for her DNA.
Okay, are you back here?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, did you switch the phone or you switched the account?
I switched to my husband's phone.
Yeah, because it came up a different name in the background.
Yeah,
That's how we know, because it pops up a different name on the screen too.
Yeah.
So are you willing to do a screen record of your conversation to show like where you guys had talked and all that and like what was said, the conversation, kind of like, I mean, that would be the easiest thing to do, don't you think?
If I can figure that out. I've never done it before, but I'm sure I can figure it out. You mean almost like a movie, right?
Well, I mean, obviously you have Facebook. I mean, I could do a screen share with you, and you could just show me. You ain't even gotta, record it if you don't want to.
Can you not see my friends? Like, I don't even have her as a friend on Facebook, so I don't know how her account's linked into mine. Because I've just searched, and so is my husband, and nothing's coming up like that. Just shows my only profile I have.
I don't know. I'm just curious as to why what are you gaining from this?
Nothing. And this is why I don't understand why it's such a big deal.
Because you know damn well, Grandma Candy did not tell you, Candy Hair. She never told you the big elaborate story of what happened to Summer. She never went into all that with you, and you know she didn't.
Through FaceTime, she said Summer was sleeping and she went to bed, and that's all she said.
Oh.
So I don't know where this big story's coming from, but that's all she said. Summer was sleeping when they got home, and Grandis went into the trailer and went to bed, which I believe because my mom has knee problems, and if they give her medication, she's tired. She never shared with me what she thinks about what happened, nothing like that. And that's why I'm not understanding what the big deal is.
Well,
like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Jessica majorly backpedaled on PG's live tonight, and that's when I knew this was a whole big bunch of embellishment. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're getting at. And I really didn't want to even continue to keep calling you out like this because I just really didn't want to do that. But you're doubling down. Like after you got down off my live, you went straight over to Daisy's and sat there and continued to try and claim that she was still on the hill, that she was not in Wisconsin, she was not in this other place. That
no,
how did we know? We're smoking, we're doing drugs and all this and that. You accuse me of being smoking some sort of drug.
Was 3 weeks ago that she was on the hill. So I assume that that's where
so if she was on the hill 3 weeks ago and you had talked to her since, which your text messages show April 27th, which was 10 days ago, then you would have known 10 days ago that she wasn't on the hill.
I didn't ask her though. There's no text messages me asking
girl,
her where
bye.
she
You
was.
said
It's
you
not
did
my
a damn
business where she is.
FaceTime with her. If you did a FaceTime with her, you would have known.
3 weeks ago, I FaceTimed her.
So you plan on bringing this picture tomorrow, right? What panel are you gonna go? You've been on Shares, Daisy's, PG's, mine. Who you gonna take it to?
PG. But FBI okay. First. Because I'm gonna let FBI know that this is happening.
Wait. So now you're gonna turn it into the FBI. See, I already knew this. I already called this earlier because PG gave you an out when she said the FBI is gonna tell you not to talk about it. See, we already know this because we know how you roll. Like, come on, man.
You don't know me at all.
No, but we know how you roll. You just showed us you just showed us all on all these panels. Like I said, everybody can go back and watch it themselves. They can go back and listen to the panel that you was on when you were lying and faking and acting like you was talking to her. They can see you guys get called out. We had a live stream. You guys can, we called out the lies immediately right then and there. You continue to go back over there after the live, double down and continue to lie. Then you went on Cher's panel and you're acting like we just simply said you didn't speak to this woman at all. No, that's not what was said.
Yeah, you just said that.
No, we're disputing. We never said you didn't speak to her at all. No, we didn't say that.
What's the problem?
We're disputing what you tried to say that she said. You tried to say that she told you some big elaborate story about how Summer was taken and she wasn't taken by Dawn to work. And okay, but now you want to go to the FBI when you should have already been to the FBI and the TBI if all this was said to you and that there was going to be some big grand slam something happening. Don't you think that would have been important for you to go to the FBI or the TBI prior to going to YouTube and having her get up on Daisy's panel? But now you want to go to the FBI.
I think it's
Oh,
best
okay.
my
I
husband
think you
tell me
probably should
that.
have went to the FBI before a bomb dropped, or some big huge thing was going to happen. Because watch Ernie Shell, because it's going to happen over there too. Like, come on,
Ernie
man.
Shell was saying it. He said he gave
Right?
Candace
So you
2
just
days.
listened to Ernie
So
Shell and
why isn't
decided you
he
was going to say
getting?
it too, that you was just going to roll with that shit too?
Ernie Shaw is a security guard, Jessica.
It doesn't matter his occupation.
Yes, it is his occupation.
No, I said it doesn't matter what it is.
He's not an officer. He's a security officer. He is not law enforcement.
It doesn't matter. I'm just
It
saying it
does
doesn't
matter.
matter.
It does matter. This is a missing child. We don't need a mall cop finding Summer. We need law enforcement finding Summer.
Yeah. So why am I
And what
being
you're
upset?
doing, we are going to make sure that you get to speak with the FBI, because I
Yeah.
will be contacting them in the morning with your information.
Yeah.
Fully,
love to.
all of your information. I'm going to pass it to them in the morning, along
Okay.
with your address and everything, to make sure they contact you.
Yep.
So make sure that you have went and had your phone repaired.
The officers can do that themselves. I'll hand my phone right over to them.
Good,
I have
because I'm
nothing to
going to
worry
make
about.
sure that they contact you,
Yep. That's fine.
because they're not going to listen to the excuses like we have. You won't get to have that time. So make sure you've got your
You know what
ducks in a
they're
row.
gonna do? They're gonna say, with all the messages I have from her, that I'm not gonna have to prove myself to
Yes, you
anybody.
will, actually.
I don't have to prove myself to anybody. But the
Yeah, the FBI and the TBI, you will have to prove yourself, and all these
yes,
accusations and lies, and
not
this
to
big
anybody
huge,
else.
this big huge thing that was supposed to happen. And again, like we
What
said,
big,
we
huge
know you
thing?
were lying, trying to say you were talking to Candy Hare while Miss Daisy was on the thing, on the she was like Jessica, and I went back and listened to it today.
They're going to
And
get
you
all of
all
that. In all the YouTubes, they're going to get the Facebook account information. They're going to get into your Facebook. They're going to get all of that, Jessica.
Good.
They're going to get your Facebook activity, because I'm going to make sure they have all of it.
Good. I'll help them. I'll call too.
Well,
So
I'm
what
glad.
happens with all this?
But why didn't you already call though? Like, why didn't you already call if you really cared and there was supposed to be something big going down and there was supposed to be some big reveal on where Summer? Why would you not call and fucking report that to TBI or the FBI? Don't you think that's pretty goddamn important there?
Well, it wasn't me
And yeah, I'm
revealing
sorry
it. It
for
was
cussing,
Ernie.
but I'm a little upset because this pertains to a 5-year-old little girl that's missing. It's an active case.
You say you have 7 children, right?
Yep.
What if
3
this was
grandbabies.
What if this was your child? Would you not want somebody to turn in what they possibly have?
What? That the baby was sleeping when she got out, and then people tried to help her with food?
You don't know. What makes you think you can decide what is evidence and what is not?
But that's all I have.
What makes you think that you're qualified to decide what is evidence?
I'm not qualified, but it's
Okay, that's all we need to know. You're not qualified. So what made you think that you had the right to decide that you have what could qualify as evidence to find or not to find Summer? It is not about you. You made this about yourself, Jessica.
No, I have not at all.
You have, and you're channel hopping. Because you're channel hopping and you've taken the subject.
Myself. I have a right to do that as a human being.
You do not, because Jessica, instead of this being about Summer Moon Wells, it's become about Jessica. Because instead of us talking about Summer, we're talking to Jessica. So just get off of here and put your information to the FBI.
No problem.
Stop being a scammer.
What am I scamming?
You're trying to get attention. Have your husband give you an
Attention?
I
attention.
really don't
My
know,
husband
and that's
gives
the
me
sad
enough
part. I
attention.
don't really even know that. I don't even know that you're scamming. I really don't even know what the. I really don't even understand what the point is. To you know what I'm saying? Like I guess I don't really. What was the point behind all this?
To help
What?
somebody
Okay,
out.
so if you, what was your point in reaching out to her?
Reaching out to Candace?
Yeah, to Candy Hair. Yeah. What was your point? Was your point? Was it just to get her up on Miss Daisy's panel? Was that
No, because I
because you
didn't
wanted to
ask.
be the one
I
to get
didn't
her
ask her
online? You wanted to be
till
the.
like 3
I'm
weeks
sorry.
ago to go up.
So you messaged her 3 weeks ago and said, let's go up, right? You wanted to go, you messaged her 3 weeks
Yes,
ago.
and then she said that she doesn't do YouTube because people call her Grandis and she doesn't like to be called Grandis. And I said, I understand. I said, but do you watch YouTube?
So why didn't you leave it alone after that? Why did you then come to the YouTube community
Wait, I'm
after
sorry,
she
hold on.
asked you?
Hold on 1 second. Wait. You said that to her 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, about through, I don't know, to be honest.
No, because it's important. You said that 3 weeks ago, right?
Whatever
Yeah,
my
you better,
messages
I was
say.
gonna say, your man better start checking dates because, baby, no, your text messages say April 27th, which was 10 days ago.
Okay.
This is the 3rd. This is May 3rd.
Okay.
So, yeah, 3 weeks ago and 10 days, that's a pretty big difference.
Well, whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It
It
does.
definitely does matter. And then you went on panel and acted like she was at home starving and she was sick up on the hill and you were
I didn't
talking
say she
to
was
her. And
sick. No, people are putting shit in my mouth now. I didn't say she was sick.
okay, being on the hill is bad enough. Did you think was you trying to get
3
money
weeks
to
ago,
take her
3
food
weeks
or what? I
ago,
mean,
she told
what
me
was the
she
point?
was on the hill.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not somebody she should trust to be telling where she's at. I wouldn't tell you where I'm at. Shit, hell no.
Well, she told
Look
me.
at
So,
shit.
and I've
No, she
had other
didn't tell
people
you,
confirm that
obviously.
she was up there 3 weeks ago, but she's not there any longer. And that she's gone to Wisconsin.
Yeah, Tiffany, why are you selling phones?
Because I can.
Maybe your pictures are on one of those phones.
No, those are my son buys and sells phones. He's 19 years old. He can do what he wants.
It's actually not him selling them, it's you.
Under my Facebook, yes.
I know. I
What
saw
does that
that.
have to do with anything?
Well, I don't know. Being you're missing information, I thought maybe it was on one of your phones.
No, those are his phones that he buys off people and resells them. That's just a bullshit comment. Like, really?
It's a logical question, Jessica.
How? Have you ever gone to the FBI?
Have I ever gone to actually? Yes, I have.
Do you have the
And I've
receipts?
actually went to private investigation school. Why?
Okay, that's good for you.
Well,
I'm
I
proud
mean,
of
we
you.
know you haven't. So, I mean, that's an issue. That's the biggest problem here is why did you not turn this
Have
into
you
the
have you
CBI or
have you
FBI?
been to the FBI?
I don't have any information that I need to take to them
You
because
seem
she
to
hasn't shared
think
that
you
kind of
do.
information with me. So I have no reason to go there. I didn't get up on a panel and say, "Oh my gosh, there's."
But you're getting up on a panel now trying to prove me wrong.
Yeah, because you're a
No.
liar. You are a
You
don't know
liar.
that.
Yes, I am going to
You
call
Jessica.
you
don't
out for
sit
your
there and
lies.
call
Yes, I
me a
am
liar.
because you are causing this family more harm than you are doing well to this case. You are
Grandis
causing
did.
more drama to
Grandis
this
did.
case
Do
than you
not
are to
call her
anything.
that.
You're making a mockery of Summer Wells, and it's disgusting.
You're running
Yes, I'm going
with
to call you
Grandis.
out. Yes, absolutely, I'm going to call you out.
Call me out.
And I'm going to go to the FBI again as an American citizen and let them know that someone is being a fraud on the YouTube community and making a mockery of the Summer Wells case. And her name is Jessica Twist.
That's fine.
And that would be you.
That's fine. I'm not scared of them. I have nothing to hide.
Well, obviously you do because you're using an
they'll
elderly
see the
woman's
threats that
name.
you guys have sent me then in the past. That's
Well, no
that's
one
fine
sent
with
you
me.
a threat. I've not sent you a threat.
Really?
What did I threaten you with?
The other day you told me that if you ever see me on the street,
Where
You
was
said, "I
that
hope
said?
I never see you on the street." That's a threat.
Oh, is it? I
It's a
don't. I
Really?
literal
wouldn't take that as
offense.
a threat. I
Did your
didn't.
little
Where was it
husband,
said at?
Michael, did Michael manufacture that up just like you manufacture grandma's comments?
No, I'm just not a fucking retard.
No, my husband sits with me and listens to this shit.
Excuse me, Michael. Do not call me a retard. I have excellent hearing.
He did not call you a retard.
Yes, he did.
He
And I heard
said
you.
that I was not a fucking idiot.
Okay. But it started with an R and sounded like tard. Okay, but anyway, moving right along.
Why would you make such a fool out of Daisy like this? This is, and you're supposed to. You're her. Are you her mod?
No, I'm a. How? First off,
You're just a sub. You're just a sub in her chat. Is that
yeah, that's it.
okay?
That's it.
Well, she blamed the Rose situation on her mod, so I wasn't sure if you were the other mod that she was. You know what I'm saying? If you were just going to her with.
I didn't see the Rose episode that she did. I didn't see that, so I can't speak on that.
Well, she talked about it while you were sitting up on her stream too, on her panel. She said, because you had her convinced that Candy was listening to her stream, and that you were talking to her when we all know you wasn't. And she
I was
made
talking to
the
her. I
comment
showed
that
proof I was talking to
she
her. So
did
people need to stop
because you
saying
wasn't talking to her, and we know you
that
wasn't.
night.
That's the
I was
thing. You was
sending her
not talking to her. You
messages.
sent her one message after you got called out. That was it. That's
No,
it.
because I
That's
was
the only
talking
proof
to
you
her
have.
the
You have
night
not shown
before,
any other proof
and
other
she
than you
wasn't
talked to her on
replying to
April
me.
27th. The only proof you have sent is that you spoke to her on April 27th. That's it. That was 10 days ago. You said you've been talking to her since January. Then
But
it was 3 weeks ago. Now, I mean,
but
come on.
listen to what I'm gonna
You're
say.
making a fool of yourself. I'm
I'm not,
gonna
because
spare you. You're making a
in
real big fool of yourself.
Grandis's text messages to, I don't know if it was one of you two, it stated that she never talked to a girl named Jessica and doesn't know anyone else but a Jessica from when her kids were young. And then she goes on to say, "Oh, the Jessica in Canada. I blocked that bitch." No, she did not. Because if you block somebody, you can't send that person a message. Am I right or am I wrong? Because if you get
No,
blocked,
like I said before, I've blocked people and they were able to send a message. It didn't come through to me, but it showed on their end that did come through. Sometimes that happens.
I've never seen that before in my life. Once you're
I've
blocked, you're
seen it
blocked
happen.
until
I've
they
heard it happen.
unblock
I mean,
you.
you can't. Yeah, you sent her a message and she didn't respond to it. She didn't read it, and it doesn't show that she read it. So
No.
that right there should tell you you're blocked. I mean, I can probably have her, walk her through how to take a screenshot to send me a screenshot to put it up here for proof if I really need to. But the burden of proof
Yeah,
is not her.
please.
It's on you because you're the one lying about it. So
No,
until
please,
you show me
please.
the FaceTime screenshot that you claim you have, and then I gave
My
you an out the
husband
other day,
right
and I told
now
you, I
is
said,
blocked.
if you were talking to a troll, I gave you an out. And I said, if you were talking to a troll, and you said it could have been, it might have been, but you caught yourself in a lie because you already said you took a FaceTime picture of her and that it was on your husband's computer.
My
See, that's the
husband
problem with going on
is
panels is it
blocked
doesn't
right
go
now
away.
on
Your words
somebody's
are
Facebook.
your words are there. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't
I
go
can't even
away.
talk.
Everything
Like,
you said. Go back and listen to yourself on Miss Daisy's panel before you got called out. Go listen to everything you claimed.
okay, what I'm going to say now again. My husband got blocked from somebody on Facebook. There is no way he can message him, not even start to type at all. Once somebody blocks you, you have no opinion to send them a message. Nothing. That person is gone. So her lying and saying she blocked that bitch, right there is a lie. And I'm not the only one, and I have emails to prove it that she has done this to many. And probably doing it to you guys as well.
Until we see some proof from you that you claim to have I'm not believing shit you got to say. Because at
That's
this
fine.
point, I feel like you've lied over and over and over again.
About what
Like I
though?
said, go back and listen to yourself. That's
What?
all it's
Okay,
going
you
to take.
tell
Go back
me.
and listen
Tell
to
me.
yourself. That's all it's
I
going to
want
take.
you
Go
to
back
tell
and
me.
listen to it.
I want you to tell me what I gained from this.
I really don't know. That's what I'm trying to understand because it's ridiculous. Like I said, you made a fool of yourself, and I really don't know why. I really don't. I think you thought you weren't going to get caught. That's what I think.
Caught for what?
Lying. You
Why
didn't
would
know
I lie
people were
about
going to
something
stick
so
up for.
stupid?
You didn't know. You know that Candy Hair has never been on a YouTube channel.
You got
So
an
why
email
would you sit
address?
up
I
there
can
and
send
lie and
you the
pretend even after she
messages if
told
you
you that she
want.
wasn't going on a YouTube channel? Why would you? What would you have to gain out of doing that?
I sent her Daisy's YouTube channel through Messenger.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
Well, there
did.
was no screen. Where's the screenshot to prove that?
Okay. What's the send me your email number or
I've
email
already
address?
gave you my email, so
Where
it's
is
on
it?
my YouTube channel too. So
Oh, I didn't get
right,
it.
stop handling up without proof. You're wasting people's time. I'm
Of
gonna
course,
go
I
ahead and put
don't
my
have to
email in the
be.
chat because I got to get off here. I got to get to bed. But you know what? We can do this tomorrow. You know what? I have no problem putting it up here. I'm the one that called you out. If you want to bring it back here, I have no problem apologizing to you after you prove me wrong. You prove me wrong though.
Okay, well then send me somewhere now where I can send it to.
My email address. Matter of fact, here I'll put it in the chat right now. You're gonna send the picture, right? You're gonna send
Yeah.
the picture of the FaceTime picture. You have it right now.
Not the FaceTime picture, no.
Okay, what are you sending?
Screenshots of our conversation where people are saying I'm lying. I talked to her.
Okay, and they're in order, right? They're gonna match up with the ones you've already sent.
They're the same ones I've sent to everybody else.
No, I already got those. I don't want no bullshit you've already sent because that doesn't mean shit. All that proves to me is that you begged her to come up on a panel on April 27th, which was 10 days ago. I want the proof you
who
said you
begged
had.
her?
You said you had a FaceTime picture with her face on the FaceTime call. You said you snapped a screenshot and she got upset and called you out for it because she supposedly seen it. And then you went back and tried it because you didn't know it said that there was a screenshot, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you told that story.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, yeah, you said you had it. That's what we want for the proof that you said you had out of your own mouth. So, tomorrow you're going to Apple. You go ahead and get the picture. Let me know. I'll be live tomorrow. How about 9 o'clock? We'll say 9 o'clock. You got time at 9 o'clock?
The only person that's getting that is PG.
Okay, well then I'll wait for that. I'll be live at 9 o'clock and we'll see if she gets it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Have a good night.
You too.
I can't deal with the liar, but it's almost 3 a.m. here, you guys. I have to get to bed. But I will be live tomorrow at 9 o'clock and we will see.
All
And
right.
yeah, now she's saying it's on Android. Yeah, the lies just keep getting bigger, better. Okay, so go to Daisy's channel. Here's some homework for you guys tonight before 9 o'clock. Okay, ready? Okay, so go to Miss Daisy's channel and watch what you can of the first part of it that Jessica's on panel before. Just watch it until Dawn and Dawn go up and call her out because, you know, listen to what she says. Just listen to the things that she says. Listen to then we had a stream, and then after ours she went back to Miss Daisy's, and then she was on Shares today, and then she was on PG's earlier, and she was over here tonight. So if you have time, pop in and listen a little bit here, a little bit there, take a couple notes, and we'll meet back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow.
All righty.
Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in.
Night, y'all. Have a good night. I saw that. All right, you guys. All right. Bye-bye.